Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Boulevard. Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Boulevard.
up, y'all? Yo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. Tuesday, November 15th, 1 month away from my birthday, my 48th birthday. And I'm joined right now by my co-host, Ringside Sean, and back from the grave, back from the dead, back from the grave, Brian. Easter Sunday, I ordered KFC the other day. The merch lord, Ginsburg. What's up, Brian?
I'm like Jesus the Jew.
Brian, tell us about your KFC. You know, because you
already told me to shut up about my KFC.
I was doing something else. I was testing out something. You know, because I remember in the spring, we were hanging out at a bar in Brooklyn, and there was like meats and cheeses on a platter. And there were many frozen margaritas had, and you just went, you know what? I'm eating this Capicola.
It was like a capicola meat or something.
Capicola.
Yeah, he had a little prosciutto.
Little Capicola.
And I was like, wow, that was like
a little mortadella.
Earth shaking. Sean, you don't understand.
That was while I was like really like vegetarian and like not eating meat at all.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That was one of my first meat experiences. I remember that.
In under a year from that moment.
That was under a year ago?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
I think that was a while ago.
No, I think it was maybe last spring then.
Two springs ago.
Stop
prime
derailing
COVID.
my tail, my epic tail.
Sorry.
Whenever, okay. So whenever it happened, you know.
Now I'm eating chicken.
Now you had not even just chicken, dude. You know, Sean and I as chicken connoisseurs. There's chicken, and then there's KFC.
Dude, I've had some chicken after not eating. Before I didn't eat chicken for 7 years. I used to eat chicken all the time.
All right, listen, real quick, people. This man went into KFC and asked for one breast.
One breast, please.
He
a la carte, bro.
A la carte, please.
Dude, do you know how much a bucket of chicken is nowadays? It's expensive as shit. It's like $30 for a bucket of chicken.
Why didn't you just go all in and get the sandwich that has chicken as bread?
I don't think they have that anymore.
Well, that's secret menu, dude.
I know what you're talking about. I forget what it's called. But I did have a chicken sandwich. I had the chicken little.
So you had a sandwich as well?
I had a sandwich. I didn't only get the chicken breast.
Okay. I thought it was like in Always Sunny where they're like, hello, one crack rock, please. One crack, please. What's up, everyone? Thanks for watching. A bunch of new merch on the store, so I just want to tell you secretly, we dropped those hats on Friday, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought those hats were going to be like gangbusters, dude. You know, and I'm freaking out about it. It's like, oh, man, it's like a denim dad hat. You know, and 30 I thought was reasonable. Embroidered, right? And
maybe denim is where you went wrong. Maybe you should have just went plain black hat.
Just on a beanie or something.
The wash is so sick.
I think I think you're sick too, dude.
I don't know. I just wanted to trust.
What's that store called? Urban Outfitters fucking thing.
Yeah. You know, you fucked up. That's a great dad hat.
That's like a fucking.
Yo, and you know, if you're getting a hat that says "That's what she said," you could get a hat that says "You fucked up" or "Fight forever." Anyway,
you suck, dude.
I secretly dropped the price already $5 because I was so stressed out about it, and I also dropped the price of other stuff too because as we spoke about. The uneven prices. You know, because the reason the soft tee was $27 and the regular was $25 is because it's like a nicer, but it's like, you know what, Brian?
Confusing. It doesn't even say that.
Exactly.
Really.
You know what? And it's like, dude, we sold so many shirts last month in October.
A Halloween shirt. And
that was
$25?
We didn't retain one customer.
So strange.
Yeah, it's strange. And you know what's crazy too? There was this lady, I forget her name. It was some kind of like generic lady name. Jill Kelly, James, Jimmy
That's
Lloyd.
Like a 13 shirt lady?
Jill Adams or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's sticking with Jill and Jill McGee. Anyway, Wisconsin. When we dropped 2, ordered 4 2s.
Right.
Then when we dropped 1 and 3,
Chicago
2 of each.
For the whole family.
So like within a week, you know. So I sent her an email. with the email that she used in the
But you also gotta think maybe these people are just like horror fans.
And I said, hey,
they're like really into it for like the horror.
I just said, hey, thank you so much for your orders this week. We really appreciate you. You know, I hope that you enjoy your stuff and get it in a timely manner. Please let me know how you like everything. Never heard again. Then it's like stressing me out. I'm like, who's buying these shirts? Bots? Are bots buying the shirts? And then I
some people are socially awkward. She just didn't know what to say to you.
I posted, hey, post a picture of you in your Halloween shirt and tag us. We'll give you $10 off your next order.
Never tagged us.
Nobody. 0 out of 50. I mean, you seen the shirt, right? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's like when I started gambling, right? It's like when I started gambling. I won my whole first bunch of bets. How did they know that how did they fix it so that I won my whole bunch of bets? It's like
they sucked you in. They let you win your first few bets. They knew you would want to keep gambling.
Yeah, but how did they know that I was going to pick the right gambling things, dude? It's like the same thing with these shirts.
AI is fucked up.
It's like this new service we're using, which is amazing. It's been like gangbusters, unless all the shirts came gross. But Sean, we have a shirt. We saw.
Debunked that. We debunked that.
That was debunked.
My friend Daniel. I don't know if he's in the room.
And if they were like this big,
he said the shirt was fucking great.
Yeah, if the graphic was this big, we would have been getting angry emails.
Right. 100%.
So I don't know, dude. That's bugging me out. So anyway, long story short, just for YouTube people, I think we're gonna do this maybe forever. But right now I just put 10 uses. So if you're on YouTube, you watch this. At checkout, you type in YouTube on the Blvd Bullies Big Cartel. Gives you free shipping on that. So right now we have free shipping on orders over 50. But for somebody listening to my voice on YouTube, we appreciate you. Just type in YouTube. Just type in fucking YouTube.
Yo, for the holidays. Nice for the holidays.
Yeah, and I thought I was so smart, dude. I was getting in on Black Friday. I'm like, we're going to drop our stuff 11/11. It's like, it's not that easy. Everyone's doing the same thing. It's like 4 weeks of Black Friday. Everybody had the same idea. I don't know. Sean, you had a great weekend.
I had an insane weekend. I wouldn't say great. I say insane. Pretty wild.
Wasn't great. Wasn't great.
Where do we begin, Pat?
Oh, well, start me. And last night you went to something too.
I did. I attended the second showing of the Last Match musical.
So what did you do? Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Did you do something on Friday?
I didn't do anything Friday. I stood home relaxed.
Charged up for the weekend.
I prepared myself for the show of shows Saturday, I'd say.
Good for you.
And then Sunday I watched some GCW. Monday I wound up in the Last Match musical over here at the White Eagle Hall in Jersey City with our good friend Bull.
That's amazing. Did you say hello? Or is he like second sold out show? He's big leaguing you now, maybe.
No, I gave him the Sammy Sosa. He knew what time it was. He saw me
there. So we spoke about it last week. Brian, you weren't here. You were deceased at the time. But, back to life. Welcome back to life, Brian. It was basically like the death match triple serving.
Triple whammy.
Triple whammy. Every few years there's a blue moon.
Battle of the Promotions.
Comet, fucking asteroid, whatever, flies by. And every so often, all the stars align. And you get 3 death match shows in the same weekend. Brian, you must have been loving this.
I mean, it was definitely. I didn't watch XP. I only watched XPW from Sean's eyes.
Yeah,
from
same,
Sean's posts. Same. But I did. I watched.
And from what I saw, I'm glad I didn't watch it. From what I saw, I'm glad I wasn't there. I'm glad.
Of the 3, it looked the poorest.
I don't know. The old Pat would have jumped at a chance to be at that train wreck.
Oh, listen, man.
Dude, the Drake Younger Schlack match looked insane.
That was the best thing of that. I think that made it okay. You know what? I was there. I got to see that. That was pretty cool.
I've been hearing very great rave reviews from the deathmatch community about that match.
It was good. Definitely a match that should have been held elsewhere because for where and when it was held, and the people holding the match. I don't think they deserve that high of a caliber of a match on that card, just because of just the way it was delivered.
So
what about the Masada match?
Yeah, walk us through. I
All
strongly advised you not to go to this show.
You did, but you know what?
You wanted to go.
I was originally excited to go, and I backed out. And from what I saw through Sean's eyes, I'm glad I did. So, but you decided to throw caution to the wind.
Yeah, man. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Fuck it. And I wound up there, and Masada opens the show. He cut a promo on Mittens.
I saw it. I saw the promo.
I love this.
And I said to myself, this is where we're at in 2022 wrestling. Mittens is getting promos done on him in the opening of a damn show. And Masada basically was just upset at the fact that, certain things have been said online.
On Twitter, specifically.
On the Twitter. And, he wasn't having it. So he just let him know, you want to talk. I'm from Texas. I'll put a beat in. You know what I'm saying?
There's a show going on 45 minutes from here.
I will drive to you if there's an issue. Like, we're 45 minutes apart.
Right. I really liked that.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, now where we go from here?
That was extremely specific.
Yeah, it was just like Mittens. And I'm like, wow, Mittens is about to get his butt whooped.
Yo, dude, hold on. Did Mittens say something bad about Masada on our studio show?
Yes.
He did.
He did? Did he?
Well, we brought up XPW and we talked about how he shouldn't be booked on the how it's weird that they're booking him as the champion still after what came out.
Yo, I mean, I'm just saying that Masada, I have nothing but love for. Love him.
Well, there was never any case, and there was never any actual charges. It was just her accusing of, or like her, whatever it was. It was allegations that were just spoken about and never pursued.
Hearsay.
Right.
Listen, and you know what? I got to tell you something. I've been around a lot of wrestlers who get drunk. A lot of the wrestlers are really weird guys, and some of the wrestlers get drunk, and they start maybe being a little bit of a bully to just a bully. Maybe a bully to like a ring announcer, like a referee, like never that. I've always gotten so wasted with Masada in the early days, the early bully days.
How old is Masada?
I don't know, but
is he like mid-40s?
I'll tell you this: I saw a clip where he's like 6'4", dude, and he did a pretty nice backflip.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
That backflip was pretty nice, and so he specifically called out Mittens, and I thought, Masada is our first interview. Anytime I see him, it's nothing but love.
Did you see that guy, Chad Mines?
I've been in touch with him about the Halloween 3 shirt. And, maybe he watched the studio show and saw a clip.
Do you know the guy, Chad Mines?
Yeah.
He made a post. He made a post about Mittens no longer being a fan and how he is now a deathmatch talent. So I'm thinking that it's a work, and that he's eventually gonna hit Mittens.
Listen,
you know what? I am here for it.
I'm here for it.
First match, Masada versus Mittens.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Brian, I love that. Sean,
wild, bro.
Sean, do you believe that horse crap that Brian just twisted? You're doing the work for them, Brian. Sean, do you believe that?
The man posted. I didn't post it. This is the guy that is affiliated in some way or other in production value made the post.
Did he?
He did. You said you saw it. Oh, Sean said he saw it.
Listen, man. I'll just say this: if that's the route they're going with, the Mittens, God bless.
Dude, Mittens puts in work. He deserves to be called out by Masada.
Hope you're ready, man. Yeah, dude, the show was just wild.
Wow.
At some point, during the matches, there was no direction at all. At all.
It looked terrible.
It was just it was like a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're trying to piece together what's going on, and you want to watch it, you want to understand it, but it's like, dude, there's nothing going on here. And then it gets turned up a notch. Just Mom left the house, turned the speakers on.
Sexy Eddie made an appearance. Sexy Eddie, friend of the Bullies.
Talking about. The speakers went up. The
Why
show just went on its own course. Did you hear about the whole Sexy Eddie appearance?
He didn't embarrass the bullies, did he?
No, you crazy?
Because I could edit out that I just said Sexy Eddie, friend of the bullies.
Did he replace somebody?
No, he just popped up. It was
it was like a surprise.
The Soul Taker taking on Hard Body.
Right.
Hard Body, Soul Taker come out. Out comes Sexy Eddie. They begin this whole back and forth. You know, I'm going to be in this match. Then it's let's work together. You know, he's talking to the Soul Taker. And, you know, he tells him, come on, Mr. Taker. And then he goes, well, you called me Mr. Taker. What's my first name? Right? So if you're familiar with this character, the Soul Taker, right? And you watched really crappy indie wrestling before, and you know once before he went as the N-word Taker.
No, come on.
I'm serious.
Where? In what promotion?
All over. He bounced around dressed as Phantom Undertaker, like purple glove, gray glove, black glove. But it wasn't Undertaker. It wasn't Soul Taker. It was N-word Taker.
It's facts.
Is all
Sean,
bro.
Next time you have to say that, could you just like not pronunciate it? Could you just go like, you know, because I feel like you're saying it so clearly. Boom, boom, Taker. I feel like you're saying it so clearly, like that's it. That's the demonetization.
That's PC. That's PC.
You could just go
N
N Taker.
right now.
N Taker. You could just say it.
The N Taker.
Yeah.
Right.
That's horrible. I don't like.
horrible.
It's making me uncomfortable that you're talking about this. Actually.
Well, imagine me being there, and I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah. I mean, full disclosure, I knew that you were going to talk about this being part of the show because I saw it on the Instagram. We were getting messages and comments about it.
Yeah, man.
Disturbing, odd.
Dude, because the fan in attendance decided to call him by the old name.
So let's get.
Jeez, I hate this story. Okay, go ahead.
So Eddie, so the word first gets thrown into the match when Sexy Eddie tells him, "I do know your first name. This is it." Everybody's like, "Oh, so now if you're my skin complexion, all right?" And there's a bunch of other people my skin complexion there, maybe a little darker. Everybody stops, like the CD just went.
What did they expect was going to happen, dude? What did they expect was going to happen?
Right? So then they continue the match. They're working.
Look, YouTube's hitting me with ban. I'm getting banned with the emails right now. I'm getting emails.
Well, the people need to know. So the match goes on. It continues. This guy does the Undertaker's exact moveset. It's wild. He does the guillotine. He does the big splash in the corner. He does the punches like Undertaker, but it's just wild, dude. So now he does the guillotine to the outside. Drop Sexy Eddie. Boom. So now he starts circling the outside of the ring. So now the fans are getting more, involved in the matchup. Being that this is a very Necro Butcher event, everybody there is very maggot out with the hats.
Come on.
All that. So now they start getting onto what they heard open the match. First name, Faker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was wild. And then there happened to be that one person who really just went like, he really meant it. Like, he felt it, and he just wanted people to know that's what it is.
He just got really excited to be able to chant that with like what he thought was impunity.
Like, he forgot he was in the heart of Newark.
He's an idiot.
You know what I'm saying?
Either way, the guy's an idiot. Either way, the guy's an asshole.
Yeah, no, 100%. So then there just happens to be an African American fan there, and
with a Martin Luther King tattoo.
Dude, I'm standing there now. My phone is out, and I'm just like grabbing everything I can. I look at his arm, bro. He has Dr. Martin Luther King with an American flag on his forearm.
That's awesome.
How is this happening right now?
Why would that guy?
I'm surprised he didn't punch the guy in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen.
He said he heard him from far. He said, "What you said?"
I saw him. He was like bent over. He bent over and peeked over.
He got up and he starts walking along the railing. Then now he's in front of him. I couldn't hear what he said, but what I seen the dude say, he was like, "Come on, you gotta be kidding me." But there's like no care in the world, bro.
Yeah, he's wearing a fucking MAGA hat too.
Yeah,
it's
but
terrible.
Crazy
it's terrible.
This is my thing.
Why?
if you know the catastrophe that can follow, why would you even do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yo, but
why
Sean,
even put people in that situation?
Sean,
Because
whose fault is it?
At that point, it's not about you. It's about the people who's going to be affected by that. You don't know these people. You're going into uncharted water.
Sean, whose fault is it? Is it the promotions or is it the individuals?
Promotion, 100%.
Was there anybody else like that in the crowd?
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of people, bro. It was wild. It was insane.
Yo, and you know what? Even if there were like horrible people in the crowd, they probably are maybe smart enough still to not chant things.
It wasn't
and like
even a big crowd.
You should know as an adult, if you could go and buy a ticket for a show, you should know what you could say outside and what you shouldn't be saying outside.
Yeah, well, of course, dude, absolutely. And that goes true for any show, XPW or otherwise, I think. But, you know.
I've never.
Yo, check it out,
I've
though.
been in some weird situations like we spoke about before where I'm like going deep into like the Midwest for a show. And I'm the only dark person there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it is to be in trenches. I know what it is how to act when you're in certain places. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never experienced that with any other company. That's the first time I ever went into a show and I felt like really uncomfortable. Like, I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
I told you that you shouldn't go. It was a terrible show just in general.
Bro, and then at intermission, so many people left because of it.
Well, that's good. See, I like that. I like that. But, I mean, if you're deep enough in the wrestling community talk to know what XPW is, it's like, yo, I understand. Like, you should feel like everybody should always feel welcome at every show. But it's like, you know, you kind of, like, you know what they were doing. We were all talking about it. Like, the joke was that we were going to go in disguises and go.
Well, no.
And then at the last minute, I decided I didn't want to, like.
Necro, right?
Yeah.
That's what we were expecting that with. This happened before Necro even came out.
Yeah, but it's fucking baiting, dude.
From intermission, it was like, guess what? Back to it.
It's baiting. It's the promotion is baiting. You know, but do video games, does Grand Theft Auto make kids kill each other? You can't blame the video game, right? You got to blame the person. But I don't know. In this situation, it just feels like they were like pushing it all night and asking for it. And they're giving Drake Younger a job. And they're just running with all this shit. And that's why I thought it was, I just think it's a hilarious fucking people experiment, an interesting sociological thing to go. But then, I don't know. After I caught wind of like how the show was going to be, I was like, you know what? I don't want to give them my money. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to like give them my time, my travel, and my money. I would love to on an artistic scale. I'd love to analyze and document that show. But
just
other than that, dude,
both the other shows of the crowds was so much better. NGI and ICW, the crowds were so much better.
All right, we're going to get to that.
Packed.
We're going to get to Brian, because Sean was in charge of XPW. You're in charge of the good shows where the promoters are secretly racist, not openly racist. So that's the most important part, you know, in wrestling. The guy, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That was just a joke.
I get it. What was the thing that XPW was in trouble for in the Dark Side of the Ring? Was it like a racketeering thing? It was like a racketeering thing that he was in trouble for?
Tax evasion or something. And
word.
I don't know.
But I feel like that's why a lot of people don't fuck with XPW.
Yo, let's try to keep it a little bit more positive. Hey, first of all, welcome everybody. I see the chat starting up. Pajama Dan, Bren, Urka. I got Character, Adam. Good to see y'all. Thanks for joining us. Sean went to XPW, took his life in his hands. God bless you and God bless America.
Main event was dope though. I'll tell you that much. Some dude also jumped off a balcony. I don't even know his name, but he
Wax.
Wax.
He jumped,
dude. That was
terrible.
That was a flailing leap.
Landed right on his legs. Looks like he fucking. Ugh, it was disgusting.
If his tailbone was not broken.
How? How is nothing broken?
Yo, you ready for this? Blast from the past. Bullies Rewind. One of the first, I think the first show. Oh, man, I might not have my facts right on this, but I think the first show that we went to, Me and the old Bullies. This is long before the Bullies. Probably 2009, 8, 10, somewhere around there. And it was like, I want to say 9 effing years, but I'm not sure. It was the night that they filmed Randy the Ram. Our first ECW show, or maybe our second, not ECW, CZW show. CZW, I mean.
Randy the Ram from the wrestler?
Room with a big chandelier?
No, it was at 2300 before they redid it. And it was Randy the Ram was going to be filmed later in the show. And Necro came out, because Necro Butcher's in The Wrestler.
Yeah.
So Randy the Ram did his scenes. Mickey Rourke came out. Darren Aronofsky came out. The stunt double came out. It was great. That was at the end of the night. But anyway, at that night, I don't think it was 9 years, but it was that show. Wax, that same guy, and this is like 15 years ago, dude. Him and DJ Hyde were in some kind of storyline where DJ Hyde like kidnapped Wax's girlfriend. And it was like the final countdown, the final fight. And they had a fucking accordion, like mechanical fucking scaffolding thing, you know? And he raised it up to the very, 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 very top of the arena and leg dropped DJ Hyde from the top of the fucking... that guy Wax, sick. That same guy who jumped off the balcony like
he
a
likes
crazy
fucking
man.
Jumping.
He's a jumper.
He's a thrill seeker.
What about Drake Younger and Schlack? I want to get through this XPW.
200 light tube match. They went at it. Glass was broken. It was cool to see Drake in the ring. I never got to see him wrestle before, so that was dope. And Schlack is just Schlack. Like, how could you not love Schlack? He lost, man. Well,
damn.
Drake lost. Schlack won. Out comes Necro. Take the belt from him. So that's where they're going with that, Schlack and Necro. And they'll be back in the Hart Ballroom in January 16th.
January 16th. Wax deciding to wrestle again in 2022 wasn't on my bingo card. Hey, Loganstein, thanks for that order. Appreciate you. The XPW show, yes, we are talking about it. We are reliving it. I wasn't there, but I'm living vicariously through Sean, and I'm getting anxiety about it. Brian, how do you feel?
I feel good.
You feel good about the show?
No, I feel good about me not being there and living through you.
Smart. So what else happened? Was that the end of the show that Necro took the belt from Schlack?
Yeah, and then they were just screaming MAGA at each other. MAGA!
Oh, my God.
It was wild.
It was a little disturbing.
Yeah, it was something else, say that much.
Whew. What about NGI 7? Same day, same bat time.
It was really good. You didn't watch any of it.
Well, I want to tell you, Sean was at XPW. Brian, you were locked in on ICW and GCW. And I watched the Weird Al movie on Roku. Right. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I'm the host, life of an analyst, you know. You guys, I'm interviewing you guys about what happened.
Dude, there was some real quality shit at that NGI.
Brian, do you want to interview me about the Weird Al movie, though, first?
Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Brian, do you want to ask me questions about the Weird Al movie?
Was it good?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Would you watch it? Would you recommend it?
I would highly recommend it. That's the Blvd Bullies lock of the week. And, you know, at the end of the show, I'm going to get to the gambling.
Oh,
my lock of the week is the Weird Al film.
We banned gambling from our channel.
You banned gambling.
I'm about to ban. Oh, here's my hot pick. I put 50 cents on Uruguay to win the World Cup.
Uruguay?
Uruguay.
Are they really good?
Uruguay.
I just saw them on TV once, and I was like, these guys are going to win the World Cup.
Just Uruguay?
Uh-huh.
When is the World Cup? Isn't that for like Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's like they play like every day for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Thanksgiving's next week, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, so what happened in NGI? Walk me through it, Brian. Let's go.
Well, the first match, there was a guy that I really didn't even ever hear of before. You ever hear of fucking Hunter Freeman? Are you a big Hunter Freeman? You know Hunter Freeman?
No.
He wrestled Sawyer Wreck and Alex Colon.
It was a threesome.
It was a 3-way match for the first match. And I love Sawyer Wreck. I think she's fucking awesome. She did some fucking dope shit where she had Alex Cologne like stretching Alex Cologne on her back, and she had the other dude in a fucking Boston Crab. She's huge. She must be like 6'2" or some shit.
She's at least 6'2". She's a tall girl.
She fucking huge. But she
Bullies 2 out of 3 votes. I'm gonna agree too. I'm gonna agree as well. 6'2". You heard it here first.
That's 3 votes.
Sawyer Wreck estimated exact height 6.
Have you ever seen her wrestle before, Pat?
I've seen the clips.
Yeah,
she's dope. She's dope.
Yeah,
I've been seeing her since I think her first show in AC at the Showboat.
Did you see that she's wrestling Matt Tremont in his last ever no rope barbed wire match?
That's coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
On a Monday.
It's a Monday night, whatever they call it.
Death.
Yeah, but once Alex Cologne won that match, I knew it was going exactly the way we thought it was going.
Yeah.
Which was what?
Which was that it was going to be John Wayne Murdoch and Alex Cologne in the main event.
The fancy bastards.
The fancy mega bastards. Yeah.
Oh, the mega bastards. Yeah.
Oh, another great match that happened was John Wayne Murdoch versus Big fucking Joe.
That was wild,
dude. The last spot where John Wayne Murdoch rips off his fucking socks and he fucking smashes his little feet on the light tubes was dope.
That was wild.
Big Joe, amazing. Friend of the Bullies.
Some crazy light tube shots. I'm not gonna lie, like crazy light.
He's so
shots.
good, so good. And what's his Sakuda wrestled fucking Cyclope, and they did the fucking
Cyclope
the skewer through the mouth, and then the fucking guy he wrestled like half the match with the fucking thing through his mouth, dude.
Went from one side to the other.
Ooh, I hate those. I hate them. I hate the mouth gimmicks.
I've seen it before. I've seen it like Joey Janela just did it too, but he wrestled like half the match with the thing in his mouth, taking bumps, like doing suplexes with the fucking thing through his fucking mouth.
Yeah, he wrestled with it.
It was so good.
That sounds great.
And the fucking
you're a fucking sadist,
dude. Fucking Alex Cologne, John Wayne Murdoch was insane. It's definitely one of Alex.
I just said sadist.
You're allowed to say sadist.
Dude, you missed Cole Radrick and Miedo Extremo.
I barely remember that match.
That was a good match too.
Cole Roderick always has good matches.
So if the finals were predicted as John Wayne and Cologne, what was the final 4? What was like the semifinals? That's what I'm curious about. Like
the final, it was Alex Cologne, Cyclope, John Wayne Murdoch, and Cole Roderick. In like a 4-way?
No, separate.
It was all singles. The only match that was more than one was the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The 3-way.
I saw John Wayne.
They did a stupid scramble match, which had nothing to do with the tournament.
Oh, like to give them a break, like before the main.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, they always have a scramble.
You didn't like the scramble?
I don't fuck with scrambles really.
Why not?
I don't know. It's boring because I mean, once you're in deathmatch mode, all you want to see is death matches.
Not yet, but then that's when they go into their American lucha mode.
I guess. I don't really. I mean, at that point, I'm like wasted, and I don't really care.
They have 4 of like some really good wrestlers in there, though, dude. They have Alec Price, Nick Wayne. Was it
Jordan Oliver is good too? Yeah, he's good.
They're good, and it's not like it's just boring.
It's boring only because I just want to see blood at this point. Like you're at the NGI waiting for the final, and they're doing a scramble.
You need a little break, Brian.
I get it, and I don't.
You know, when I used to go to Tournament of Death, the first Tournament of Death we went to was like 2011. And Bullies didn't start until like 2015, 16. But anyway, the joke was, so we went like 6, 7 years in a row. And the joke was that, by the end you're so drunk that you're like, the main event was boring. Like, we always think it's boring. Like, we're always going home like, yeah, that was great, but, the main event was kind of boring. Then you watch it back, and you're like, no, that was, like, insane.
It's insane.
I was just wasted. It's like I'm looking right at the wrestling. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing what's happening. I'm not looking.
You're impaired.
I'm extremely impaired by the end, especially in the hot sun all day. Deathmatch tournament, great excuse. Drink some beers.
No, but it was definitely a high quality tournament, I thought. It was definitely entertaining. I thought the whole thing was good. But I liked that John Wayne Murdoch. I knew it was going to happen. I knew John Wayne was going to take it.
He's got the head. He's got like a little Tremont head starting.
Ooh, it's starting, yeah.
What is that? Is that just like a pocket of blood?
It's scar tissue, dude. That's just like skin. It's like a cauliflower ear.
But on your head.
Weird
Maybe
Al.
is there fluid? There might be. I don't know if there's fluid in it or not.
Weird Al
I know
movie
he
was
had
a family
like
friendly.
elbow.
Sorry, I'm getting to this chat here. Sorry. Weird Al movie was a family friendly version of Walk Hard.
That's what you said. You
Walk
said you
Hard
definitely
is a
said
must
Walk
if you
Hard.
haven't seen it.
Love Walk Hard.
Last Ever Matt Tremont is going to start sounding like Last Ever Terry Funk. Already does, in my opinion. Cheek skewers not so bad.
Ugh, dude,
Through
it's brutal.
through the cheek, cannot. I don't like that. I don't like the needles. I don't like
Oh
the
yeah,
fucking.
someone
Gross.
had who had the
Gross.
cheek skewers. That happened in the NGI too, I think. I think fucking Miedo Extremo got them
He did.
Oh.
to his face.
Brian, did you watch Sakuda versus Cyclope?
That's the one that had the fucking
That's what the skewers.
the skewer through the mouth. I think that might have been the first Sakuda match I ever saw.
Cyclope's
there's-
profile photo is him with a fish hook through his lips.
Ugh.
I was there when Cyclope won Tournament of Survival 3.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Who's the tag team is Miedo Extremo and Ciclope?
Yeah, Los Macizos.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen to this. Jack Me Off is coming in. How you doing? Says, hey, bro, what is your opinion on the beef with Eddie Hearn and Mike Hawk Sard regarding the 10-man maths debate?
What's that?
Would appreciate a shout. Watching from Iceland.
Oh,
It's like a code to make me say like masturbate and stuff like that. Very good job. Very good job. Jack Me Off. Welcome. Welcome.
What
Our
the hell?
black metal brethren.
Iceland. Woo.
You said
Raw at
Iceland.
Barclays in September. Or, I mean, I'm in February.
Sorry.
All right, whatever. I'm done with the death match. What about ICW? How was that?
I was about to say the only ICW match that I paid attention to was the Mickey Knuckles Casey Kirk match.
Did you see that Cruel dislocated his shoulder doing a taker dive?
Oh, I saw the Taker dive, dude. It looks so funny.
Did you see that, Pat?
No.
Dude, he dives and slides face first onto his shoulder, bro.
Cruel did a taker dive outside, and he landed and he like dislocated his entire shoulder.
Dude, he lands right on his face and slides on the floor.
On glass, slid on glass.
And it's like concrete.
What,
Is that
against
concrete?
Tree? Against Tree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
against Tremont.
Damn.
Dude, Mickey Knuckles might be my favorite. She's insane.
Yeah.
She's insane and does not give a fuck. And I love it. That main event was really dope. And she took to cut a dope promo after too, Mickey Knuckles.
What was it about? What did she say?
Like her, she said how she had to crawl for them to be able to stand where they are, but she's very proud to do it.
Good for her.
It's
As long as
insane.
we feel
It's
like it
insane
gives
to
us
think
something
about that
back.
they're two girls headlining a deathmatch show for a fucking title. It's kind of awesome. And it was very dope.
Wow, Matthew McHugh is saying that the dislocating of the shoulder happened at the very beginning of the match.
And he fucking dove after that?
No, like he dove in the beginning of the match and dislocated.
Oh.
Multiple people tried to get back in.
It's a bunch of people running up because they see it in the movies that you just got to go 1, 2, and just jam it. Yeah, they just
dude.
think. But no, I don't think it works that way. I don't
He
think
must have he at that point he's got so much adrenaline he probably doesn't even feel shit.
Ugh.
Mm.
Hey, we got Captain Dave in the chat. Captain Dave, CZW legend.
Sup,
I was
dude?
there when it was my first ICW show, and I actually did a pre-show with Larry the Legend.
Larry
Well,
the
Captain
Legend
Dave,
is a
subscribe and
phenomenal
hang
fan.
out right here all the time with us. We're actually working on call-ins. I want to work on call-ins as well.
Did the guy call in last week?
No. Because I couldn't figure it out, so I was just like, you know what? I don't want to make all the graphics.
You guys were too busy mourning my death.
Yeah, exactly. We were in mourning.
It was like 2 minutes, and then we started laughing. Then we started laughing.
So, yo, I also want to talk about this other thing, Brian. Wow, we're going like full death match. Kings Road, a.k.a. Friends of the Bullies, Jay Finn, close dear friend of mine who I love. They did the top 30
Oh, I love that he did this.
They're
Yeah.
working. You love this.
Yeah, I love the top 30. I spent like an hour making my top 30.
I know you were
It
really
was like
excited.
a top 80, really.
You were sending
Very
texts
excited.
of your revisions.
I know. I had to revise it. I was stoned and because I kept finding new names. There's so many names on that list. I was surprised that there was no John. Why is no John Moxley on there?
He doesn't do too many.
He was the GCW champion for more than a year.
Was Cardona on it?
John Moxley.
Was Cardona on it?
I don't think he was.
He should have been.
Cardona and Joey Janela wasn't on it
No,
either.
I think you got to. Okay, so it's like you got to be like really entrenched in the process here. You got to be like a deathmatch wrestler
Connoisseur.
exclusively.
Okay, I guess that makes
No
sense.
halfsies. You know. Would you say that could be what made up
I
the
don't know,
list?
because I feel like there was a few names that like weren't like just deathmatch guys. Now I have to look at it again.
So you say it was more like top 80.
Yeah, there was like 80 names.
And you had to pick a top 30.
Well, you can arrange the whole entire top whatever. You can arrange the whole entire thing. So I think it's like a top 100. It's like the top 100 deathmatch wrestlers.
Sean, did you vote in this?
I'll be honest, I haven't.
Yeah,
When is
I
it?
haven't either because I don't
not
watch
sure when
enough
that-
deathmatch wrestling. If you wanted
We
me to
watch-
do a
we watch
thing,
lot.
top
talk about
30 Weird Al Yankovic songs, I could do that probably for you.
Top 3. What are your top 3?
Top 3 Weird Als. You know, the movie made me want to listen to like a lot more Weird Al too.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna definitely go number 1. Obviously, Amish Paradise.
Facts.
It's iconic song. I listened to Bad Hair Day the other day. You gotta go Like a Surgeon.
Like a surgeon.
You gotta do. No, you know what? Maybe Eat It.
Oh, Eat It is great.
Anything with food is very, very funny to me.
Just eat it.
But also like some of his modern stuff is great too. Party in the CIA, White and Nerdy. I mean,
White and Nerdy.
I think White and Nerdy has got to be it because he shouts out at some point the TI-83 Plus calculator that I used in high school for
We all
calculus. So
It's fresh.
Calculus.
Fresh from that.
or whatever. You plus me equals us, Brian.
All right.
All right, so let's do some more cheerful stuff. Last words on Deathmatch. Oh, wait, hold on.
We're not going to do our top 10s?
No, give me your top 30. I want to hear your top 30.
Top 30 is too much, bro.
Just run it down like
top
I run
10.
down the gamblers.
Top 10, bro. Come on.
All right, top 10.
I got you on the top
Start
10.
at 10, though. Give us some
We're
anticipation.
going to go down. All right, number 10, Sawyer Wreck.
All right, she's
Number 10,
exactly
Sawyer Wreck.
6'2".
9, Bobby Beverly.
The Bob.
8, Rina Yamashita.
Yameshita.
7, Alex Colon.
Mm-hmm.
6, John Wayne Murdoch.
Mm-hmm.
5, Mickey Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
4, Schlack.
Mm-hmm.
3, Casey Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
2, Hoodfoot. And number 1, my always number 1, my love and always, Matt Tremont.
Woo! Good
Wow.
list. Good decisions.
No Drew Parker?
Not in my top 10. For those people, he was in my top 20. Drew Parker was
Okay.
in my top 20.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would just go Matt Tremont just because for just principle alone. What about you, Sean?
You want to hear my top 20?
I can't do a top 10. I could do a top 3. How's that?
Yeah,
I
I want to
I
hear
had
your
to do
top
top
3.
10.
My top 3 right now. I'm gonna say Cruel is number 1.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Yeah.
he's good. I
Bro,
appreciate that dude. He's
bro,
had some
All
great
right,
matches.
okay.
The whole story with Casey Kirk is fucking like intriguing.
I'm long
You know
and
what I
tired,
love
you know,
about
so
him
what
is
do I
that
know?
He perfected the monster, and that's what I enjoy about the character he brings with Cruel. Because it's like when you see him in the ring, it's like, oh, it's a monster. It's a monster. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's taking some crazy stuff.
What's
bro.
his
like,
music like?
like a monster.
Could one
Is
of
it
you
like
play
Caney?
Cruel's music for me into your microphones?
Let's see.
Are we gonna get a fucking copyright problem?
Well, I mean, if it's like an Alice in Chains song, then we're not gonna play it.
Cruel was also is my number 20. I put Cruel as my number 20.
Okay. You know, and
I'm gonna go Cruel, Hoodfoot, and Drew Parker.
Damn, Drew Parker over fucking Casey Kirk and Schlack and fucking John Wayne Murdoch and Al. Dude, you're bugging.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I
I
didn't.
mean, he works a lot. He does work a lot.
I said top 3, Poppy.
he's like Jason and Mike Myers. He's my dad. Cruel is amazing. What about RSP? Where was RSP on your list, Brian?
I didn't even put it. RSP's been MIA in Japan.
Unranked. Wow.
He was on the RSP was on the list though.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how would you find this guy's theme song?
Okay, it's all right. Forget it.
On YouTube.
Don't even worry about it. Sure.
Atticus Koger was number 14 on my list.
Yo, what about this Teddy Hart show? I want to talk about this.
Yeah, that's wild.
So on November, I think it's 22nd.
Yep.
Which I believe is next Tuesday. Teddy Hart's docuseries is coming out on Peacock. And for the first time in streaming history, the history of me watching streaming stuff, I'm actually hoping that they only release one episode a week.
Right, so you can't binge it.
Right, I don't want to binge it because I've texted a few friends of the Bullies.
Oh.
And I don't know, we got to pick a time. I was thinking maybe Wednesday.
Wednesday's the only day.
Yeah, maybe Wednesday evening. And we just watch it together. Or no, we don't watch it together. We watch it separately. And then we Zoom call for like 45 minutes and we talk about it.
45?
Live,
and
or taped.
And our special guest every week. We co-host, not even a special guest. Larry Legend.
The man.
Larry Legend is going to be sitting with us.
Close personal friend of the Bullies.
He's going to be committed to, at the very most 10 weeks. I think it probably might be 6 weeks. And if not, could be just like 2 weeks.
If the show, is it like a real world kind of thing where they're like following him with a camera, or is it like?
Oh no, it's like an unsolved mysteries. It looks like.
So it was a following of the camera situation. Then it became an unsolved mysteries when certain things started happening, and I think the producer or the cameraman got involved in the case. And like he was like a witness.
Well, I think they wound up like questioning him. And dude, there's this guy. What the hell was the guy's name? Was it like Nighthawk, Nightcrawler? It's like this Twitch streamer, Nightcrawler, who I don't know was like just like a Howard Stern type wannabe on Twitch, but had like a really good following. Mm-hmm. And I guess was like a wrestling guy, and took interest in Maria and Ted's Excellent Adventures, the show that was taking over YouTube, and had them on the show and like questioned them and like kept saying that like, oh, the police, he was like an advocate of this thing. And,
what is the case about?
And I saw in the
Why
preview.
Is there a case? What is the case?
I don't know, like I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because we already talked about.
It's like another dark thing.
Yeah, it's like a dark, shitty thing. It's like I don't
have a whole show about. We're gonna have a whole show about.
I don't really know. I never really knew the story. Nobody. I don't think anybody
about
really.
It in the show, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna learn about it.
Got it.
And and that's the thing. I think it's really gonna be interesting because anytime that Teddy Hart, this polarizing character now, who's gonna be getting international Peacock true crime. That's like their new big true crime drama show documentary. They're trying to compete with like Netflix Making a Murderer with this fucking Teddy Hart shit.
Dude, Making a Murderer was really good.
Anytime Teddy came to the East Coast, who was there? Me and Larry. So we're going to all watch each episode. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be great. And listen, I see in the chat, I'm not looking directly at the chat. The way that you really get my attention is you got to super chat, and maybe, we'll talk about it. But I see a lot of Maria Manic questions. We did it during the week, and if she sees this, she's going to be mad at me. But I texted the number that I have in my phone that says Maria Manic. When I saw that, it sparked in my head like, I hope Maria's okay,
The last we have seen from Maria was her like covering Eminem.
Well, I talked to her a few years ago. I feel like maybe pre-pandemic.
You don't remember that, Sean? She
was rapping. Yeah.
She rapped. It was just the Eminem song. She fucking posted a cover of fucking Rap God or some shit.
Anyway, listen, Brian. You know what? You're a bad person.
Why am I a
You're
bad person?
Why are you bringing that up, Brian?
Brian would remember that.
Why would you remember that?
I've seen Maria Manic.
You're a terrible
That's all the
person.
last memory I have of her.
You know what? You're not a good person, Brian.
That makes me a bad person.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
So anyway,
my last memory. That's bullshit.
so I texted the number that I have on my phone that said Maria Manic. I said, "Hey, hope you're doing okay." And that was like on my way to work on the train. And then like no response. So then like on my way back, I double texted and I said, "It's Pat from the Bullies. Just wanted to say hi." You know, like, hey, you know. She was like, "Hey, I'm doing great." And I got a text. I got a blue text. My texts were blue. I got the gray back. iPhone to iPhone from the number of my phone that says, "Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for reaching out. I really appreciate it. You know, hope you're doing well too."
It's good news.
Yeah.
How do we know it wasn't Teddy?
Good to hear she's doing well. Brian.
But that, Brian, why are you being so negative? What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
What are you talking about, Teddy?
Why'd you laugh if you don't know what I'm talking about?
I just don't know that. I just want to make sure. That's not funny, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
I know that I laughed, but that's really just not funny. Lana's. Hey, did you guys know that the Surreal Life still exists?
Yeah, Brian told me about it.
It's the lightning round now, by the way.
I told you about it?
Yeah, you told me about the Surreal Life. That you were hyped to watch it.
Oh, you're making a funny joke.
No.
What is it? What is it? All right. What is it's another reality show?
Yeah,
It's
it's
the Surreal
you know
Life.
you remember the Surreal Life? It had like, I don't know.
Flavor Flav and like Ron Jeremy and Vanilla Ice.
What?
And the chick from Rocky 3.
The chick from Rocky 3.
Flavor Flav.
Hey, you know what, Bren? You know I'll always pay attention to you. I love you so much. See, I'm breaking the whole conversation just to address your horrible accusation. We get no stream on last Wednesday, and now you want super chats. You know what?
The
Screw you.
stream?
You get my attention for free now, bastard. Anyway. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's how you do it.
What do we think of Tyrus as the NWA World Champion?
I was going to get to that.
The World Champion.
I had that in my
because
notes.
Nick Aldis was given the boot.
By the way, Sean, was it last week that I broke that entire story right here on the show?
Yes.
My sources had told me exactly what had happened in the argument, and guess what? Boom. Fucking Nick Aldis goes on the Not Sam podcast, who, by the way, was at the last dance or whatever, the last match.
He was there. I did see him.
Man But Jesus, friend of the Bullies, also in the house. You know, I can never get guest listed because Matt Cardona hates me. So, like, if Bull put my name on and then Matt Cardona saw it, the show would, like, he would walk off. He'd be like, I'm not doing this.
If he's here, I'm out.
I'm definitely not singing. He sang, didn't he?
Yeah, he sings. He sang a whole rendition.
Oh, I'm sure that it's the fucking role he's always dreamed of. Lana on the Surreal Life. Surreal Life did exist. Fucking D-list celebrities. China was on it. China and X-Pac came and made a guest appearance. So now we got Lana on it. Lana apparently told off Dennis Rodman. What do you guys think about Lana? Just very, very quick, 2 seconds. What do you think about Lana? What do you think about her growing out her eyebrows?
I think Lana was so good when she was doing the Russian shit with fucking the OG Rusev, when she would do the fucking Putin promos. That was like legendary shit. But
Tank Rusev days.
Anything after Tank Rusev was a decline, and she's just been on the downhill since then.
Yeah.
Like awful shit.
Sean?
I'm looking up these eyebrows now. Do they look like caterpillars?
She is very pretty. She's definitely one of the prettier.
Oh, no.
I think she's become a little strange.
Plastic.
And you know, as Jedi Joe says, he quoted Miro and said, "Don't bother my drunk wife."
She got a lot of work done on her face. I'll tell you that much.
Anyway, let's get back to Tyrus.
People do that.
Yo, did you see this?
Whenever I see Tyrus, I think of Brodus Clay and fucking Dancing Naomi.
Did you see this clip? Sean, did you see this clip where he jumps off the middle rope to do like a double axe handle or something?
No.
In the championship match, he jumps off the middle rope to like do something. And the guy is like already like rolled away and in the corner.
Facts, Larry.
And he just goes like, wee, and lands on his feet and goes, ah, my knee. And like rolls over, and it's in slow motion, basically. He's moving in slow motion, and he looks terrible. And I saw a tweet. It was probably my favorite tweet of the week. And it was like Billy Corgan. It was like a quote from Billy Corgan. We're not going to do a second women's pay-per-view because there isn't enough substantial female talent in the company. Billy Corgan. And then it's like,
idiot.
also Billy Corgan. And it's like Tyrus, the new champ. Fucking, like, oh my God. What's up with that? Did you think did you see this Jack Swagger thing? Is it like a secret code? Like an Illuminati code to like grab your leg like you hurt yourself?
What do you mean?
Like when he was going up the ramp and he like my knee buckled. Maybe he got a bad Charlie horse.
It's this fucking stupid hat.
You saw that though, right? You saw that he like grabbed his leg?
He fell.
And that's the same thing that Tyrus did. He did like a, my leg, did like a
It's just
Peter
people-
Griffin.
It's just something that people suck to.
And then, the other day, yo, Urka donating $5. Thank you so much, Urka. Urka, day one supporter. Logan Stein, day one. Twitch and YouTube, love you guys so much. Tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. on Twitch for the Toxic Tweet Along.
TT.
Hey, Larry, what's up? Larry, I just announced that me, you, Brian, and Sean are all going to be watching this Teddy Hart documentary and speaking on it. I don't know if should we do it live? Should we do it edited? I think we should just all watch one episode. We'll do a 45-minute Zoom call together. We'll just discuss it, talk about it, shoot the shit. Maybe we like pre-record it. I don't know.
It's whatever you want to do. I like live. Live is like boom, boom, boom. You don't got to worry about editing or anything.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we'll talk about it. We'll
Figure it out. We'll figure it out.
This is also, I just want to tell you the other things that happened this week. Don't even really care what your opinions are or anything. Parker Bardot got hit and run by a car. He was a hit and run victim. Did you guys read about this? Either one of you up to speed on this?
She got
about the
hit
Scarlett
by a
Bardot hit and run with the water.
By a mom.
What?
Somebody's mom was super drunk at a live event, and they chucked a drink at her.
Oh, we said the same thing.
Did I say Scarlett Bordeaux or Parker Bordeaux?
No, you said Parker.
Oh,
You said
okay.
you said
She
Parker.
got the drink. He got the hit and run.
Right.
No way. He really got hit by a car.
Yeah, they're literally the first and second line. So she got a drink thrown at her, and Parker Bardot got hit by a car.
Is he okay?
I think so. I don't know. That's just the headline, dude.
He got the orphan survivor.
You guys don't know. Did you see the
I'm
clip
not
of?
even look like you.
Yeah. If I was like jacked.
Damn, that sucks for him, dude.
What the fuck was he doing anyway? Nothing great.
You thought he was
Wow, Brian, have some sympathy.
I'm sorry.
It's a bad take, dude.
What?
Why would you say that?
I think it's more serious that Scarlett Bardot got water thrown on her.
What? It is not more serious. And you don't know if it was water.
That's true. It could have been a vat of acid.
It could have been like Silence of the Lambs. Ha!
Right.
You
never
know?
know.
Oh my God. Shout out. Hey, Silence of the Lambs, great movie.
Dude.
Good movie.
I love Clarice.
Good movie. All right. So what else? Did you see Sammy Guevara in Dubai saying, "Hey, you want to see me box?"
Boo!
See this? Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, they booed him." It's like, yeah, maybe he shouldn't have started the sentence by saying, "Hey, Dubai, I know y'all are stupid, but do you want to see me box?" It's like that's probably not the best way.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, that was meant to be booed.
Yo,
He
also
wanted
that's
to be
another
booed.
thing. That's a promise to you guys and the viewers. I'm gonna have, because I would love to play you the sound of that right now.
Did you see CM Punk announce that like an MMA fight, and he like said something about fighting? And he made like a joke.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm good to be back at the fights, but I'm not going to be doing that anymore."
Right.
So dope.
It's pretty funny.
So dope. We're going to get to our AEW chat. Hey, Larry, what was your favorite match of the ICW evening while I move on to the next thing? We'll get to that before we dig deep into our fucking Full Gear preview.
Dude, Mickey Knuckles and Casey Kirk stole that damn show.
You loved it, huh?
Yeah. I love Mickey Knuckles. And I love Casey Kirk, so.
All right, did you see
win-win.
Randy Orton's son do a power slam?
To Randy Orton?
Power slam.
No,
Heck,
to
His cousin.
How old is his son? Like really young?
16, 17 years old, probably.
Yo, I don't like that power slam. I think somebody's going to mess one up and kill somebody. You saw what happened to Johnny Gargano that one time.
Dude, his son, like, whipped whoever this person was. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was like a leapfrog.
Did he do it in a ring?
Yeah, it was like a leapfrog reverse. Leapfrog, drop down, grab the arm, reverse into an Irish whip, and he's already there waiting. As soon as he lets go and catches the kid and just boom, I was like, oh.
It's what's crazy?
Very unsafe.
We're gonna start seeing all these fucking these guys' kids all come everywhere, like The Rock's kid and fucking. We'll see.
You want to laugh though? His grandfather got in the ring this weekend. I don't know for what promotion, but Cowboy Bob Orton wrestled this past weekend.
He wrestled?
Yeah.
How the fuck old is he? Like Terry Funk's age?
He hit the ropes. Say that much.
He probably had fucking. He probably had Philadelphia Eagles money line last night. That's why he had to probably come out and wrestle.
Yo, talk about insane game, bro.
Yo, and not even with the spread.
Even
if you took alternate spread, it was fucked because they recovered they got the cheap touchdown at the end. So it was like 34 to something.
30.
32. Jesus.
Brian was watching that game. He knows.
I was locked in, bro.
Did you see that Stone Cold was doing squats in his RV? So now everyone thinks he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania.
I mean, why wouldn't he wrestle at WrestleMania if he?
By the way,
it's
10 o'clock. It's past the 10 o'clock. We're in the second hour, so we're now TV 14. That's why you see me smoking this cigarette.
And that whenever we do, you got to bring up the little fucking TV 14 little fucking thing.
You know what? Next week, I'm going to have a button that goes boop. Right now,
TV
I have
14.
a button that says
Here.
decent car. I think this is the lyric where it says
Roman Reigns' car.
Roman Reigns. Let's listen. You guys can't hear it. We're going to work on that, though. Just pretend.
Roman Reigns, the guy has a decent car.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't know why in my soundboard I just have clips of Roman Reigns parody song. This is of course the classic guy with the wettest hair.
Roman Reigns, the guy with
That was from our Wet Hair Challenge.
And then of course my personal favorite, not the bassist of Metallica.
It's not the basis for Metallica. It's not the basis for Metallica.
All right, you get it. Hey,
you know?
What's up? So you think Stone Cold's going to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, win the belt, bring back the Attitude Era, and just become a full-time wrestler again?
Wouldn't that be great? No, I think he's going to go in the Rumble, and I think he'll get eliminated very quickly.
Who, Stone
Cold's
Cold?
going to be in the Rumble?
Yeah.
No, you're crazy.
Did you see the fake list? Did you see the fake list?
If there's any way for him to wrestle again, and it be in the same capacity that he wrestled Kevin Owens, it'd have to be in a brawl type of situation. And the only place where I can see that happening would be the Rumble.
There's no way he's going to wrestle Kevin Owens.
No, when
That's what he's saying.
And the way he wrestled him.
Who was he going to wrestle?
They brawled.
I think Stone Cold is going to wrestle CM Punk at WrestleMania. That's what I think. Yeah.
You think so?
Yo, okay, so listen. I have a surprise. Brian, you mentioned the list.
Right, the fake list.
It's listen, I have friends deep within the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to say the words D-Web, but this was, I didn't even realize that this got public. This was something that was sent to me personally.
Is that the douche web?
Yes, Brian. All right, so this is the list. You ready? This is a picture of the Royal Rumble results now that I think that we need to run through.
Are you kidding me? 30. Well, I didn't run through the 30 before, so now you got to run through these 30.
Dude, this is it.
How did you get the list?
I don't want to reveal my sources. No, Brian.
I saw it too.
Well, how long ago did you see it?
It was on like Ringside News.
How long ago?
Like yesterday.
I got this text to me 3 days ago.
Okay, it's the same list.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I had it first. I just wasn't sure what my responsibilities were. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had it before Ringside News, but I was keeping kayfabe alive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
And then Ringside News, of course, they had to go and, like, spoil the party for everyone.
As people usually do.
So this list, I'm just saying I had to, take it into Photoshop, brighten it up a little bit.
Right.
Brighten it up a little bit. But this is basically everything that came to Triple H in a dream about the Royal Rumble, allegedly, by my source who, had some sources. And this was texted to me. Brian, when did you hear about it?
Yesterday.
I got this 2 days ago.
You said 3 first. And I
meant 3.5 days, actually, ago. So what do you guys think about this? Let's just run through it. First entrant, Seth Rollins. Pulls number 1. 2, Matt Riddle. 3, Austin Theory. 4, Rey Mysterio.
There's no way Cena's even in this goddamn Royal Rumble.
Yes, he is, dude. He's getting ready.
I mean, it's right here in black and white, Brian.
It is in black and white.
Supposedly, the Rumble's the last thing he's doing before he films Peacemaker 2, Season 2.
That sounds very fishy to me.
I'll tell you what, this list doesn't look fishy to me.
So he's just going to
come like
and
a
lose
great
in the
Rumble.
Royal Rumble?
This is legit, dude.
Yeah. I cropped the background out, but you didn't see this. It was like, the background was like a desk. And on the desk, it had like a WWE pen.
Well, the only reason I'm like feeling iffy about the Jay White thing is because I don't think he's like under contract with AEW. He's a New Japan guy, and they're doing the Shinsuke Nakamura thing with New Japan, right?
Brian, I'm not paying attention to Jay White. Who cares about that?
Well, that's one of the weird names that is on this list that makes it a little unbelievable to the eye.
Yeah, this is...
They provide the exact times, Brian. How are you saying this isn't official?
What does that mean? Any schmohawk could have made it.
I mean, I don't know. Have you worked out these times?
Have I worked them out?
Yeah. Have you done the math to see if these were correct?
Why would I do that?
I mean, I could do it, but I didn't. But I could see just by eyeballing it that
if you put that shit into Excel, you could fucking make that shit very easy.
No, Brian, it was a JPEG, dude.
Mm.
This was a JPEG. That was
this
texted
spreadsheet. The spreadsheet.
This
could have been made in Excel.
There's a reason why they haven't brought Cardona back, and it's clearly for the Rumble. And Jay White, it's clear the build-up is happening for it right now with this whole OC thing.
It's obvious, Brian.
This is legit.
Get a grip. And Cody Rhodes is going to win, as we've all predicted.
Yep.
Well, we have predicted that Cody Rhodes was going to win.
You think so?
He fucking better.
Well, I'm saying that's when we spoke about the Royal Rumble, we all said that we thought that Cody would come and win.
The thing that bothers me is it says Brock Lesnar
eliminated by Gunther.
CM Punk was originally going to enter at number 30. However, he was attacked by Lesnar with 3. They've already, dude, this is the level that they operate on, man. They've already decided how many F5s Brock Lesnar is going to give him. And he was unable to participate. And then you'd think that, if Cody Rhodes is going to win, he's going to eliminate fucking Brock. But Gunther eliminates Brock. Cody eliminates Randy Orton. Cody eliminates John Cena. And Cody comes in. And Cody comes in at 25 and eliminates Seth Rollins, dude.
So like the Usos and like the New Day just aren't in the Royal Rumble.
Nah, dude, because Triple H is the new king in town, and he's like, no more tag team bullshit. Only viable competitors. We have 30 competitors. We
Like
can
this
do
is like it's comparable to the 1996 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Brian, it's like 1996, man. Why don't you believe it?
Who you know who won 96?
John Cena.
No,
Oh,
Shawn Michaels, back to back.
96, 97.
I love that.
95, 96. Austin is 97.
I don't know. I think that I was taken from the desk of Paul Levesque himself and texted directly to me.
Whoever took this picture is done. I'll tell you that much. Whoever took this picture is finito. Because the fact that they have these names out there on this list floating online, yeah,
I mean, it doesn't really look like a picture of a piece of paper. It looks like it was like a file that's like an image. It doesn't look like it's a piece of paper on the desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I don't know, man. It doesn't matter, though.
People say it's
on a
fake, but you know,
computer
hey,
screen.
figure this. Even if it wasn't fake, which in all seriousness, it's, 85% fake. But even if it was real, they would know it got out, and they'd just change everything anyway. Yeah, I can't wait to see Cody come back, though. I hope that Cody gets treated well in the Vince McMahon era. And by the way, what I said, the Vince McMahon era. God, I'm just wishing for it. But by the way, last week I said, I was the first one to say it, really. As all the wrestling pundits, I said nobody needs to be worried about Austin Theory. Am I right, Sean?
Yeah, but now he has a beard.
But did you see that I said, hey, Triple H said, listen, we're going to make you look like an idiot. I got to make you look like an idiot because I got to make sure that the Vince era is dead. Triple H is smashing the throne. And he's undoing the push, but he's not undoing the push. Just in the wrestling fans' eyes, he's undoing the push of Vince McMahon, getting the Vince McMahon fucking grease off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then, hey, Austin Theory, just get a mustache and don't shave for a little bit. I
think Austin Theory absolutely sucks. I think he's annoying as fuck with his A-Town down shit. Hate it. I don't even get it.
Not nice.
I
hate him.
The Usos beat the New Day in the reigning champion slot of long days of 435 or 6 or 7.
So now it's the Usos, the New Day, Demolition.
Is that a fact?
Yes, 100% facts.
I love that. If I was going to come out with a WWE wrestler right now, I would have old school vignettes. I would have old school vignettes of somebody, it'd be like an Elias type character, but Elias sucks, but it would be like an artistic type guy.
Elias was funny as fuck.
He'd be throwing soup on paintings. He'd be like one of these guys who he's like a protester. I feel like that's Vince McMahon. He was like one wrestling gimmick away from doing that,
This is the protester.
Yeah.
The protester's back.
Matt Riddle with the bongos sucks.
Dude, that shit's so funny. Makes me laugh every single damn time.
What happened to Ezekiel, man?
That was the dumbest shit ever.
No, Ezekiel was the best, dude. That was the closest he's ever been.
That's the best, and hitting the bongs is not.
Ezekiel's fired, bro.
Yeah, Ezekiel was awesome.
Bugging.
Miss you, Ezekiel. Miss you.
I love that he references bongs and he gets people to hit his bong with him. Bong fucking tap, pass, bro.
Brian, I saw this on Friday. I saw this on Friday, and I was really thinking about you a lot.
What?
The LA Knight Bray Wyatt headbutt promo. Did you see this on Friday?
I saw it.
Dad, give me your thoughts. Tell me what happened. Recount it to me and our audience, and please give your opinion.
They're trying to give Bray Wyatt in-ring action without him getting involved with the title, and I appreciate that.
So is this happening at Survivor Series?
I think it's announced for Survivor Series. That's going to be his first match.
Maybe they're trying to give him in-ring action without
getting involved with the bloodline or having to get involved with any kind of title.
Or even getting involved with his own Uncle Howdy.
He is Uncle Howdy, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but so you think it's an LA Knight match and like he's about to win and the lights go off?
I bet you
and
Uncle Howdy Uncle Howdy's going to be on that screen during that LA Knight match at one point, saying
or
some weird
maybe
shit.
reveal himself.
I think that it's more likely going to be like a cinematic thing with an Uncle Howdy.
Maybe expose himself.
It's possible. Imagine it's Eric Rowan.
Is it expose himself?
Yeah, expose his face.
Oh.
Sean, what do you think is going to happen with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight? You know what I loved, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you already, but I loved when LA Knight said like, "Yo, you know what? Take those puppets, and you could go ahead and stick them wherever makes you feel good."
And then Bray Wyatt made a face.
I usually don't like
That
LA
was
Knight.
funny.
He's like so
He's
corny
funny.
to me.
He makes me laugh.
He's like
He's better as like this than he was as the Maximum Man model guy.
Yeah,
That
that's
was the
another
worst.
Steal
like,
now, dude.
washed.
But why
That was
male
the worst
models? Are you kidding? I just told you a moment ago. But why male models? Watch Zoolander if you haven't. Shout out Zoolander. I'm sorry. What were you guys going to say? What do you think?
You don't think that it's a good idea for them to put just give Bray Wyatt like a match to fight for his like brush the cobwebs off?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but it's and Sean, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Hey, it's
But
fine.
I'm just saying that it seems like a hard stop and turn. Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very difficult for them to put him in a match right now without introducing this Uncle Howdy guy. Because the issue right now isn't with LA Knight. The issue is with the Howdy guy. So I don't even think there's really going to even be a match. I think bell rings, lights go out. Here comes Howdy. This what's his name? Eli Drake is gone. And the only person in the ring is the Howdy guy.
With Bray Wyatt or just Howdy?
Just Howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something like that. Maybe Bray Wyatt just destroys. I would hate to see this, but I'm sensing that maybe. You know what I mean? It's how interesting. Bray Wyatt's characters never get weaker, right? They always get stronger. They're stronger than ever. So I just feel like maybe Bray Wyatt's got to win that match to show that he's formidable as a mortal being. And then after match, Uncle Howdy video or something.
I think it's going to go farther than that, and then it's going to be like Uncle Howdy's going to come during the match, and then Bray Wyatt's going to start smashing with a chair, and it's going to get disqualify himself.
Do that again.
Because of Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy.
The little paranormal.
Let's go.
But it's not really paranormal. It's mental health. Because it's his own mind.
Shotzi, number one contender for the women's title.
rough.
Do we care?
Washed.
She's gonna get crushed, right?
Yeah.
No, I like women's wrestling more when they're wrestling guys or them and other girls smashing glass on each other.
Brian, you know what? That's a bad take, man. Why are you being so sexist?
Why is it sexist?
You're just a terrible
Mickey
dude,
Knuckles and fucking Mickey and Casey Kirk had an amazing match.
No, you're a terrible
That's
person.
interesting.
Time you mentioned that.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but
Stop mentioning that, dude.
Shotzi Blackheart and the women's champion of WWE doesn't really interest me very much.
Who's the women's champion in WWE? SmackDown.
SmackDown? Liv Morgan?
No.
No, Ronda
Dude,
Rousey.
fuck,
Ronda Rousey.
dude.
Sorry.
Shit, man.
What's wrong
You don't even watch
What's
the
wrong?
shit, Pat.
What's wrong
Damn
with you,
it.
Brian?
Brian.
All right, listen. You know what? Listen.
My
Oh, no,
thoughts.
Brian.
My one regret, it's like back when the No Peace Underground was happening in Florida. Shotzi Blackheart would always show up to those shows. I wish I could have sang karaoke with Shotzi Blackheart. That's a regret of
You
mine.
chill at those shows, the no ring shows?
Deep regret. Oh, those are done. Tax evasion.
So there's
Yeah.
no
Now,
more
Circle,
focus
does
on
Circle
shows?
6, are they affiliated with No Peace People?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I would assume that, I don't know, that
They run the same
venue
places, the
venue
same
had
place?
some, they had a little bit of money. They were flying all these people in and paying people and hotels and all this stuff. So, maybe maybe that business shuts down, but who was that person? What money did they have? And what money did they potentially have to give afterwards? I don't know. Hey, you know what? Champion of Circle 6, Atticus Cogar. Give it up. You know?
You see, they all hate RSP now.
They all hate him now?
They're all cutting like promos how they talking shit about RSP.
He's in Japan right now. He has a little tour going on.
So
Now they're yellow. They're
Atticus
yellow now.
Kogar paid Eric Bischoff for a cameo. Probably, hey, you know what? Listen.
That was dope.
That was so dope. I love that.
That's a business cameo. Okay? So that's not a $200 Eric Bischoff. That's like a used for promotional material cameo. That was probably expensive.
Yeah, that was like a 2-month email in the works. Like, hey, we need you for X, Y, and Z.
No.
You don't think so?
No. It was a business cameo.
So you think he just went to Cameo and
hey, if you want me as Eric Bischoff, the podcast, to wish your daughter happy birthday, it's like $200. But if you want me to shoot a commercial, telling people to buy your T-shirts or anything like that, it's like $1,200. You know what I mean?
It was good.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
you guys, wrong. It was lame.
Why lame?
Because of the reasons I just told you.
Does he have to pay?
You know what? Even if he didn't pay and was just like, Mr. Eric Bischoff, would you say that the for just like why I think Bullet Club is lame for 98% of their existence. You know?
But other people think they're cool.
Hey, you know what? You're right, Brian. I like that positive thinking. Hey, Brian, I like that positive thinking, dude. I like where you're at.
Sometimes.
I like that. By the way, bet of the week, 50 cents on Uruguay to win the World Cup. Have you guys seen that they're doing a SmackDown World Cup tournament?
Look at Brian's face.
Brian, who do you think's going to win the World Cup?
Of wrestling?
Exactly. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know football.
Pick a country.
France.
They're not even in it. France isn't even in it, Brian.
Why?
They didn't qualify, dude.
So they were in it.
No, Italy, not in it.
They couldn't
Italia,
even
not
qualify.
in it.
Oh, you have to qualify. So it's not a world. So, but they tried to. I mean, it's a World Cup, so everyone starts in it. No.
No. You have to qualify for the bracket. Once you make the bracket, then you start playing to rank up in the bracket.
Brian, it's very, very simple tournament, okay? It's on each side of the bracket. There are 4 groups of 4 teams, and each team plays each other no more than 4 times. And then after a certain amount of time of that happening, one team comes out of the bracket, and then the second place team of that group comes out of the bracket, but they move to a different spot in the bracket, and then those 8 teams compete. And
Sounds
then
so
that
boring.
gets down to 4, and then those 4 teams compete, and then the final for the World Cup. Boom. Very, very simple, Brian.
I don't like tournaments without glass.
What'd you say, Sean?
Brazil's winning.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I mean,
If they lose, all the people's going to start killing everybody.
yeah, I mean, if you want to go minus 200 and fucking
Have you
pick
ever seen
Brazil,
fucking
fine,
Brazilians after the fucking World Cup? They fucking lose their minds, dude.
Why?
Have you ever seen it?
Don't be like that, Brian. Don't be racist
What?
like that, dude.
Oh my goodness,
Don't
dude.
talk
It's an
about-
actual thing. Soccer
talk about
fans, there's like fires in the fucking stands, dude.
So Jinder
like
Mahal
wild shit.
comes out. Jinder Mahal is going to win the fucking World Cup tournament. And then guess what? Jeff Jarrett's favorite red-jeaned crazy man, Braun Strowman, comes out. Nuclear Heat, hates the flippy floppers, says that he's going to win the fucking World Cup. And I don't know. I'm getting a little confused. Maybe the World Cup's the IC title. Who cares? What about this thing, Viking Raiders? You see the Viking Raiders came back, and Sarah Logan came back, and then she was dressed like Max the Impaler. And, like, you know, it was just a full Twitter
They're actually
meltdown.
both just dressed like Vikings, though, so that's kind of unfair to say.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if I had enough fans where I could have a mental breakdown publicly every time that I thought somebody stole my idea, but really I just had a good idea that somebody else had. You know what I mean? Right. I have a nickel. Sean, what do you think about this? Did you see this?
What?
Whatever.
Max the Impaler
Brian!
being tight about, is that what you're talking about?
I heard the Max
Impaler being tight?
thing. I was just picking up a charger.
I like that hoodie, dude.
I thought it was like a complete ripoff, dude.
I like that hoodie.
You do?
Yeah.
Zubas. Very comfy.
Looks like a nylonish.
It is. It's like It's like athletic wear, and it has a nice little prints on the inside.
It has a little
Ooh,
super
I like
prints.
I like the inside print.
Oh, it's very cozy.
So you think it was a complete ripoff, and you're completely outraged?
I'm bothered by it because it's like, dude, be like I feel like Max the Impaler worked really hard to like perfect that like look.
She's a Viking.
But what if Sarah Logan doesn't even know who the hell that is?
No, I feel like she married into the Viking lifestyle because like
I think no, but I think she was always she was like a Viking
no,
from her childhood. She's like in that
Childhood
lifestyle.
Viking. Brian, I think you might be on something here.
you think so?
I do. I think if you follow, like I followed her and the dude on Instagram, and they're like fucking weird fucking Nordic people that do like Viking things.
I think he was like that, and then I think she.
Well, either way. I mean,
right.
Listen,
I think that's what they're into, and I think that she's just trying to be traditional to Viking fucking shit, and that's a traditional Viking outfit. So that's just happens to be another Viking in the Independence. So it's like they're Viking brethren.
why can't they be friends?
Right. They should be Viking team.
Well, I don't know.
No one else is allowed to be a Viking?
I think a good idea is a good idea, Yeah, and I think that I would put my money on Sarah Logan not having any idea in the world who Max the Impaler is.
I completely
agree.
agree.
She definitely doesn't know.
No, even the black makeup is just like a Viking. That's like a Viking thing.
But if you come up with an idea, is it your responsibility to like research everybody current and throughout history? Like if you write a guitar riff, is it your fucking, if you write a chorus in a song or a guitar
when you're
riff,
naming a band, if you're having a new band and trying to name your band, you want to make sure you're not naming the band name the same name as another band.
So what do? You Google it?
I would definitely Google my band's idea name, like the name idea. I would Google it to make sure there's not a big famous band.
So Brian, close your eyes for a minute.
Right.
If you were a woman,
right,
and you were a wrestler, and you decided, hey, you know what? I want to be in the Viking Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go as full Viking as possible.
Right.
What would you type into Google?
I don't even. I'm gonna open.
Would you type into Google female Viking wrestler, or would you just type in like female Viking? And if you type in female Viking, does Max the Impaler even come up? And maybe you just see female Viking. Maybe you just type in Vikings the show. And just try to look for some shit. You're like, oh well, I already have dreads. I guess I'll just paint half my face black.
I don't think she Googled anything at all, dude. I think that she got asked to be in the Viking Raiders and just wore what she would wear being a fucking Viking.
Well, that's the defense, is that she didn't even Google anything at all. She was just like, yo, I'm going to be a dope Viking. This is going to be awesome.
Well, she's not a local band trying to become famous. She's in WWE already, so she's just like being creative on her own. She's not trying to Google shit.
So on that note, if anything, the WWE producers and writers start to blame, because I really do honestly believe that Sarah Logan most likely has no idea who Max the Impaler is. But, however, if you come in with that idea and you say that, and if you're the writer or the producer, your job is to just have your fucking finger on the pulse and be like, nah, we got to switch it up a little bit. It can't be like this because there's other wrestlers like this. This will be a negative thing on Twitter. Unless the WWE is so smart with the analytics, they're like, yo, fuck it, do it. No bad press. Let's go. Let's have everybody talking about it.
Let's go for it.
Sean, what do you think?
I think it's exactly that. Just go for it, and you're clearly going to be the one that's spoken of more, opposed to Max the Impaler, who signed to WWE right now, who's on weekly television, you or her. So who's who'll stick it more?
I think Max the Impaler is thinking she's a little more special than she is, to think that she got a thought from
Brian,
Sarah Logan.
Why are you so against small businesses, Brian?
I love small businesses.
Brian,
I'm just saying, I think that nobody else besides the wrestler was tight about it, and I think that that's funny to me.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What did she say? Did she say anything in particular towards it, or was just?
I don't think Max said it. I think I saw just like Max fans out here. You know what I mean?
Oh, so Max the Impaler never even mentioned it. Just marquee fans.
Well, I would hope that she doesn't. I haven't really researched what her tweeting status about it was, but I would hope that she would stay classy about it, and I think that well, I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
You know, I think it's a blanket of enough, like a wide spreading concept enough to you have to believe that like somebody else is going to think of it. You know, it's not like, you know, Brian, it's not like somebody stole your exact guitar riff. It's that somebody just thought about the same concept. Like,
right. They're like the same death metal
it's going to be a
band. They're
blast
like the same
beat.
genre
It's
of
gonna
fucking music.
It's going to be this beat over this, or, you know, it's like some kind of like innovation that you just think you're the most fucking innovative, but yet there are other innovative people out there who are into the same shit that you are, and they're just going to do it randomly, and I'm sorry that it happened.
I thought it was dope too, dude. I love that she came out and fucking did a dope-ass headbutt.
Women's wrestling has no juice at all. How about fucking, you would talk about like Twitter works, and like, you know, anytime an actual match stems from Twitter beef, it's lame and obvious. You want to give me something good? Have fucking Sarah Logan respond back to Maxine Pillar and be like, yo, you ain't shit. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, I stole your idea. Viking Raiders forever, motherfucker! You know, and then do a match. And then do a fucking match. Viking versus Viking. Yo, I'm all for that. That'd be the most interesting shit that either one of them have ever done.
That'll never happen either.
God damn it, dude. What else in WWE? Anything else? What do you think's going to happen in the men's War Games? Because SmackDown, I didn't see Raw. I did not see Raw. I don't think any of us saw
Kevin Owens
Raw.
is injured, you know that, right?
Who?
He's like, I think Kevin Owens is out.
Yeah, like MCL, I saw something like that.
Bale is out, and so is Mysterio.
So
Aye.
I'm a little worried. I would rather see...
And I think that was going to be like the trigger on like the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens thing too. But now they can't do it because he's hurt.
Yeah, but I think they're setting up Bloodline versus like bashing brutes in War Games, and I'm worried about that. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
I don't want that at all either. It's like,
I think it's just
bashing brutes with fucking Drew McIntyre.
Say that again?
With Drew Mac, it's going to be like bashing brutes and Drew McIntyre against Bloodline and fucking, that's so annoying.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And yeah, and Drew McIntyre came out. I didn't see what happened on Monday. You know what?
Sami Zayn's hasn't come out with them. Have you noticed that?
I think he might just be on a
personal issue.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, maybe somebody like died or something.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a good time for him to take off because, you know, he wasn't going to be in Saudi Arabia. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, you know, hey, I'm sure he's been working like every fucking day forever. Like, give him a few weeks off.
It was definitely weird that he wasn't there for the big brawl, though, when it's Survivor Series is so close. Like, everybody came out except for Sammy.
Yo, I hate bashing brutes, and I think that is a dumb name as well, but I kind of would be for... I would like to see Sheamus versus Roman. I wouldn't hate. But I do hate bashing brutes in the War Games match.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Sean, what do you think?
I think that it is just a way for them to stretch out the timeline and the stories of what's going on. The whole War Games thing kind of put a damper on the beginning of the road to the Royal Rumble, because usually it starts at Survivor Series. You start seeing the little promos and backstage of who to anticipate seeing working together moving forward in the next few months. And I think they're
everybody declaring themselves.
And I think they're focusing on more traditional Survivor Series type things by introducing the whole War Games factor to the Survivor Series. I don't think anything's going to stem from this. I think these are all going to be one-off matches. I think once they're done with the match, they're done with the feud. The following show, Monday and Friday, it'll be a whole new chapter of where we're going into the Royal Rumble, because just like today, it's November 15th. The month flew by. Before you know it, we'll be at January's Royal Rumble. And that's what they have to focus on.
Yeah, that's really crazy, is that it's going to be Survivor Series right into Royal Rumble, basically. It's going to be here before you know it. Next month, my birthday, it's going to be here before we know it. Yo, hey, let me just stop right now. Good job, Brian. Good job, Sean. We just finished our deathmatch talk. We just finished our WWE talk. You know, it's past the second hour, so we're in TV 14, so you know what? Before we get into our AEW segment,
TV 14.
I think I'm going to just get ready for a little puff. And by the way, just wanted you guys to know that if you enter the code YouTube into the merch store right before you check out, you get free shipping. Right now, we have a whole bunch of new stuff. As I said to you guys before, I was super paranoid. I dropped the price of everything because nobody loves us. We retained we sold like 100 Halloween shirts last month, and we've retained absolutely 0 customers.
Well, people have spent a lot of money on us.
So, if you are listening to my voice, you can go to BlvdBullies.bigcartel.com and see all our new stuff. I told you guys the Boy Meets World shit was going to flop.
Hey, give it time.
You know what you need? We need a third photo, because if it was just me and Brian, the Sean Matthews and Bill Savage or whatever, those 2 kids on the front.
Yeah.
It would make sense, but we need like Vader in there, like their dad or their older brother in there, because there's 3 of us now.
Told you, Brian.
What?
Brian, is that a discussion that you guys had?
Yeah, I wanted to put Vader and Frankie in the picture.
Then there would have been 4.
So the original
No,
thing was
3.
to have the shot with Vader in it while he's in the ring, and instead of his chest saying Vader,
A Boy Meets World shirt's a Boy Meets World shirt. If you're like Boy Meets World, you're gonna cop it either way.
it would have been fire. Maybe we should still do it. So basically, it was Vader with his Vader time.
Oh, now we have 2 Boy Meets World shirts.
But instead of it saying Vader time, it says Blvd Bullies.
Absolutely great. Unbelievable. Well, anyway, you're lucky because nothing's moving.
Right. It's not just Boy Meets World. It's everything.
Anyway,
Bully series.
Sean, what's our plan for Saturday? What is our plan?
The plan is to get there, to make people happy, to go in there and enjoy the time. And by making people happy, that'd be us, introducing ourselves and asking them questions on what they think is going to happen. Who they anticipate seeing most, whether it be Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Big Boss Man.
So do you guys want to talk?
The last time we were there was a very dark time.
Yeah, you guys were cutting hair.
Yeah. That was incredible.
Unreleased tapes.
It's funny, Brian, I was thinking about that recently, like this week.
Oy.
And I got mad at you again. I was like, we finally cut a dude's hair. We did it.
Oh, man, I don't even want to think
about it.
And
he just,
like,
moved, he just flicked the thing. Just flicked the fucking thing. Did you guys watch Dynamite?
Dynamite.
No, I kind of hate AEW right now.
Brian, why do you hate it?
I mean, I feel like even the people in AEW hate it, because all you hear about is people talking shit about other people in AEW. Like Eddie, it's like annoying already. There's always problems. It's just like drama. Everything's drama, and I hate it. When I have AEW on, I just turn it off and go play video games.
It's like school. It reminds me of. I feel like whenever people get together, it's like just like you said, Brian, just drama.
It's just I just don't care about it.
But isn't that what TNT focuses on? Drama.
TNT drama. Yo, I got Character Productions. Thank you so much for hanging out. Did we send that figure? We gotta send that figure.
Need the address.
We have the address on file somewhere. Yeah. Hey, I got Character. Just message me that address again. Thank you so much.
GTG.
We are going to get into Full Gear, but did you see that Cena's dad was in attendance for AEW Dynamite?
I did. You want to laugh, Pat?
Yeah.
One time, the only time there was ever wrestling held at Citi Field, the opening match was the Purple Haze, Andrew Anderson, in a tag match.
No.
Yes.
The Reinforcer?
The Reinforcer.
Andrew Anderson?
Andrew Anderson.
Oh,
he was
my
tag
God.
team champion with some dude. I don't know who the dude was, but they were accompanied to the ring by John Cena Sr.
Wow.
And I was like, that's Cena's dad? And I was like, yeah, that's John Cena's dad. I was like, wow, check that guy out.
Yeah, I saw a tweet, because we toxic tweet along every Wednesday on Twitch, twitch.tv/Blvd Bullies. Toxic tweet along during AEW. We watch, or we don't watch, we listen to the show and watch the Twitter machine as it evolves. It's very, very fascinating, very, very educational. 8-man tag to start last week's Dynamite. Swerve's 8 or 6 out of 8 of the most boring people to me. Swerve and Keith Lee.
FTR.
Fucking with the ass boys versus FTR and the Acclaimed. And everybody was dressed like Shawn Michaels in this match.
I was just about to say that. Why are they dressed like Shawn?
Because he's the GOAT, dude.
With the vest? But imagine that. Your dad is Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn's using the Rock's catchphrase and everyone's dressing like Shawn Michaels. It's fucking annoying to me.
Yeah. What's with that? What's with Billy Gunn doing that?
No idea, dude. It's all a shit show over there.
The Millions.
What the fuck, dude?
That's really strange.
Who gives him the balls to do that?
Hey, you know what? I watched the Pat McAfee show. And in his sports show, with his sports stooges, when they were talking about sports, he goes, millions. And then the stooges go, and millions. But it's like a fun thing. It's like
That's out of wrestling. That's
it's a mashup, right? If you're out of wrestling, it's super cool to do millions and millions. Even if Pat McAfee, when he was like the commentator, like millions and millions, that was really cool. But if you're a wrestler, especially if you're
Billy Gunn, he's wrestled The Rock.
Well, he's a wrestler from The Rock's time, yeah.
Literally got rock bottomed many times.
Wow.
Very strange to me.
Yo, listen, I know.
I'm turned off. I'm just turned off completely from AEW.
Didn't Billy Gunn come running out during the beginning of
Yeah, it was so weird. He did the match.
Yeah, but he got beat up or something. Somebody grabbed him or something.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That was just too much being thrown at you once. At once.
I'm just saying. If you want to stay on the cutting edge of wrestling opinions, if you want to impress all your Twitter friends with your wrestling takes, you got to keep it locked here to Blvd Bullies, because I was the first one to tell you that The Rock is full of shit. It's propaganda. I'm the first one in the wrestling community, and really maybe even the world, to reject The Rock.
I think I'm behind Rock. I think Rock might sip on a little bit of children's blood sometimes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I reject the Rock propaganda. Okay, I was the first one to reject them. Just remember right now. I voted for Krotos. I rejected the Rock's propaganda, number one. I'm also the first one to say that MJF's face turn, and whatever he does, even if he flip-flops, which we'll get to, I'll be the first one to tell you, hey, guess what? MJF, overrated. Overrated.
It makes me so tight too, because they were from that when he called Tony Khan a fucking mark, that was prime AEW moment.
Oh, and they blew it. And
they
anyway,
completely blew the whole shit.
I'm also going to be the first one to tell you that the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, it's lame.
I'm starting to think it's lame too, man. I completely hate it.
You hate it too.
I'm hoping that I somehow get turned around, by MJF having the belt. MJF having the belt, I'm hoping that does good things.
Well, before we saw the MJF promo, we did the 8-man tag. The 8-man tag to me made no sense. It was FTR, the Acclaimed. I mean, who's trying to sprinkle dust on who in that situation versus Swerve and Strickland and Keith Lee and whoever the other two guys were, I keep forgetting.
FTR.
The Ass Boys.
The Ass Boys, right.
Yeah, the HBK Ass Boys. I think I'm cute. Anyway, it made no sense. But then next we had the MJF promo. Did you guys are classic fans. You probably both loved this. Sean, did you love this MJF Pardon My Take promo?
I didn't hear it.
Brian, did you love this MJF Pardon My Take?
Well, just refresh my memory, because I remember I watched the pro. I always only watch for the MJF promo and then I turn it off.
So this one was a shot of him in slow motion walking through a city, and then he sat in a podcast, the Pardon My Take podcast, a very very popular podcast. And the guy was like, "I got a big question for you. How do you feel?" And he basically MJF just sold the pay-per-view. Did you see this?
Yes.
I mean,
you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, everybody loved it.
I don't know if I love it.
Well, good, Brian. You hop aboard. Join My side, Brian. Join the side of MJF overrated. Join the side of seeing the light.
I think that promo was to be taken in the sense of when it's time to go, he can go. So meaning once the camera goes on.
Yo, I don't even think, honestly, that promo was part of the actual podcast. I think it was all a fucking work. I mean, maybe he was on the podcast. I didn't do my research. But that whole thing where it was like the guy going, MJF, I have one question. I think that was a promo. And you know what? I think it was shot by one-time friend of the Bullies, GC Giancarlo. You know, because I've shot promos with MJF and Giancarlo, and they make sweet, sweet magic together. You know, Giancarlo, just like the Bullies, maybe a little bit less regarded than Giancarlo. You know, both helped build the Max character. But anyway, it was a great promo. And you notice whoever shot the Stokely Hathaway promo also shot the Max promo. Could you guys see that? It was the same fucking color grade. It looked like they could have been walking around town in the same city. Sorry.
That was definitely Uptown Harlem, Harlem River Drive, or the East River Park.
I think it was Baltimore.
You think so? It looked like New York to me.
No.
I just hate it. I hate it all.
You didn't like seeing Stokely Hathaway unblink his eyes in slow motion?
No, I think that whole thing is so dumb. And it's like he's going to get involved in the match, and fucking William Regal's going to get involved in the match. It's all going to be so stupid.
So, okay, let's just skip ahead. What do you guys think is going to happen in regards to MJF, Jon Moxley, and Stokely Hathaway? Sean, go!
1995 Royal Rumble, Bret Hart versus Diesel. This is their second match. The entire match, right? Bret is bringing it to Diesel. Shawn Michaels comes out. Then the match continues. In slides Owen. Match continues. Now here comes Shawn, Owen, Jeff Jarrett, Bob Backlund, and the Roadie. They are all beating up the two wrestlers in the ring. So what I think is going to happen is there's going to be a good match between Jon Moxley and MJF. The referee's going to let the match continue each time somebody from Stokely Hathaway's group comes out. And then eventually it's going to be a no contest. The title will not change hands. And they're going to make this go even longer.
So Moxley stays champ.
So Mox stays champ. I think there's going to be a lot of run-ins. And I think it's just going to, you know what? That's it. They're going to throw the contest out. And then we'll take it from there.
All right,
you'll see MJF and Moxley standing tall at the end of the match because they just laid out everyone. That's what I think will happen.
Brian, what do you think? Oh, I don't even have an opinion yet. Brian, what do you think?
Shit. I don't know. I'm thinking that William Regal's going to come out with like the Nux or the ring, and he's going to try to give it to like MJF, and MJF's not going to want to use it to become the face. And I'm thinking that MJF might lose clean to Jon Moxley. Because of William Regal, because of like trying to not use the weapon.
There's so much stuff right now that could be a big factor. You could have William Regal tossing him the Nux.
Is he going to cheat though? Do you think he's going to cheat? You think he's going to cheat?
That's one possibility. Stokely Hathaway coming and interrupting the match is another possibility. Or they could just have a straight up knockdown, drag out brawl, leaving one person down and another the victor. There's so many ways this match can go. So many ways. But I think ultimately it's going to be a controversial ending, and it's not going to be one that anybody expects.
Oh, I think that it's going to be exactly what Adam, by the way, thanks for the order, Adam. Everybody's ordering. Still the Halloween shirts, the all-time GOAT. Give it up. Avid, the creator, all-time GOAT, Halloween shirts. I think MJF goes for the ring. Regal takes it away, but then hands MJF the Nux. I think that's pretty much.
That's dope.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be a flip-flop-flip. But you know.
So he's going to be heel.
Yeah. That's what I think. But you know, I think it was a little weird because they were working him to be here, working him to turn face, Then he gets chokeslammed through the table. You think it's a full face turn. And then the next time you see him, it's this interview with, Meet the Press or whatever. And, he was kind of a bad guy again. Oh, I love what he says, first time, neck tattoo. Second time, fucking Matt Hardy scrambled his eggs. Third time, it was about a press conference. And then Jericho stole my career for a year.
Right. That
Pretty
was really
good.
That was good.
But there is one thing that happens during the MJF promos, which I think is an absolute epidemic in wrestling, and that's overacting, over-emotion. Over-emotion.
Do you think he gets the belt the same month The Rock joined the corporation and won the title at Survivor Series?
I mean, I think he gets the belt because it's the only thing that you can do right now. Unless,
it keeps him fake. It gives him, if he loses clean to Jon Moxley with not cheating, like deciding not to cheat, that makes him more of a face.
Well, I'm going to give you red light, green light. Here it goes, right? The worst thing that could happen, the red, don't do this, is that Stokely costs MJF the belt, and then Jon Moxley moves on to beat Ethan Page or whatever, and then maybe MJF has to fight the Firm as well, and it's a full MJF face turn, and I hate that, and I'm sure that they're fucking jerking off on Triscuits and feeding them to each other, thinking about the thought of MJF as a face, teaming with Jon Moxley to fight the Firm. I'm sure they think that that's a fucking great idea, but I think, I think that that's fucking terrible.
It's the worst.
And I think that the only thing that you could do now is have MJF double down on his Satanism and fucking cheat and win and pull William Regal into the fold with him. I have no idea why the Firm even exists. That's obviously what should happen. And dude, sometimes, a lot of times, you don't just pull a left turn. Like a lot of times, think about movies. A lot of times when a movie ends with like a swerve, you're kind of like, yo, that sucked. Like, what are some of the good movies? Sixth Sense, Saw. There are a very rare amount of films that can swerve you and twist you correctly, where you're like, yo, that was awesome. And I feel it's like the same with wrestling. It's like, what's the obvious outcome? It should be that MJF fucking flip-flops and goes bad with William Regal.
Well, I think I feel like the obvious is that MJF is going to win, so I think that Moxley should win because that's not obvious.
Oh, so, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you could just do the obvious thing. Like a lot of times the swerve is lame. So you don't swerve, you don't flip, flop, flip. Sometimes the song needs to be exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And
what do you think it needs to be?
MJF needs to stay a bad guy. Just because Jericho said at a press conference that MJF needs to be a good guy, now he's all of a sudden on the path to being a good guy? No way.
So William Regal helps MJF, gives him the knucks. MJF uses the knucks to cheat and then knocks out William Regal too.
Nah, he teams with William Regal. And the Firm just goes away or something. I don't know.
Well, then so is the Black Combat Club, the Blackpool Combat Club not a thing anymore?
It's still a thing. I think they're imploding from within.
You know what? And I could
William
see this.
Regal leaving would be like the final nail in the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
I could see, because AEW is so fucking stupid, I could see MJF using Regal's knuckles to punch Moxley and then becoming champion, having now to fight the Firm and Ethan Page, and then down the road somehow just teaming with Moxley anyway.
Like they're being friends because they fought.
Yeah, and then just like flips they go into the Shawn Michaels Stone Cold team type thing.
Geez.
Yeah.
Win the tag titles, argue all the time.
And they'll think that that's going to be fucking great television.
Yeah.
But it's going to be terrible.
What needs to happen is MJF needs to stay a heel.
And another thing I really want to talk about is before we preview, and we're just at about 2 hours, so we're gonna have to go lightning round now. Because think it might be time to pee also. But let's just
I gotta
hold
eat
it.
some chicken.
We're holding it. It might be chicken time for Brian, the consummate carnivore. Bad take, Bri. So this was the weirdest thing because, you know, I had you guys, thank you so much, do the research for me and send me the card for Full Gear. And the finish of last week's Dynamite was not even in the Full Gear card. The Hobbs, Joe, Wardlow turn, the Joe turning on Wardlow was like the marquee thing, one of the headlines of last week's show. They only have one more Dynamite before Full Gear. And like I guess what would be the likely thing? Maybe a threesome between Wardlow, Hobbs, and Joe? Or maybe just a match.
I think it's just going to be Wardlow and Joe?
Probably
Well, it's not announced. It's not on the card.
Right, so they'll probably schedule it tomorrow.
I guess they do have one more night to add, like a pre-show thing or something.
Right.
Sean, what do you think?
Got Rampage the night before, live.
True. There's a live Rampage. Right. A lot of happenings.
All right. So, I mean, I did kind of want to talk about the Britt Baker and Saraya promo. But
Saraya.
Saraya. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, you know what? Listen, let's just preview this show. And let's start with Britt Baker and Saraya. Brian, how do you pronounce it?
Saraya.
What do you think's going to happen? She's cleared.
She's cleared. She's going to win. If she doesn't win, it would be really funny.
She had a doctor's note that you would like write to go on a school trip when your parents forgot.
I think
I give my son permission to go to the Bronx Zoo.
Patrick can go to the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a fake signature on like a report card.
With the X and the line.
Well, maybe Paige loses because what's their names like interferes in the match. There's like going to be like a bunch of interference. Every match is going to have interference.
Willow and Ember Moon come out.
Yeah, it's going to be a shit show.
Well, Jamie Hayter has her own problem. She's fighting Toni Storm for the title.
I hope Jamie Hayter wins.
What'd you say, Sean?
I hope Jamie Hayter wins.
What did you say, Brian?
Who the hell cares about that?
I think that I would like Jamie Hayter to win, but I think that maybe, you know, I don't know. It's a toss-up. The real answer is who cares?
Right.
What do you think about Jungle Boy and the right hand of destruction, Dinosaurus?
Canosaurus.
Dinosaurus.
Canosaurus. I'll be honest. I could care less about this. They should have just saved this for like Rampage.
Hey, you know what? I was talking about overacting. Saraya, I understand, very emotional. Everyone's emotional. How emotional are these people? How emotional? You know, and it's not just AEW, it's WWE as well.
They're very passionate people.
All these people are very, very, very passionate, you know? And, you know, Saraya, very, very upset, very, very passionate, overacting, much like MJF is, much like a few WWE people are, you know. Britt Baker kind of won that argument, but whatever. So Jamie Hayter's got to fight Toni Storm. Brian, who do you think's going to win, Toni Storm or Jamie Hayter?
Probably Toni Storm.
Sean?
You know.
Sean, you're rooting for Hayter, but who do you think is going to win, dude?
Tony, of course. I think the next person to pull the belt off of Toni Storm is Britt Baker.
I think it's going to be Saraya.
Think Saraya?
You think that Britt Baker or Saraya?
I think she can wrestle like people were expecting her to wrestle all the time.
Oh, we're going to see on Saturday.
We shall see. I'll be honest.
Dude, Daniel Bryan have the same exact injury she has?
What's that?
I'm sorry. Didn't Daniel Bryan have the same exact injury she has?
Yeah, which
he wrestles like a goddamn beast.
Because he doesn't want to live.
He wants to wrestle. This motherfucker, she wants to wrestle.
Do you think it's that serious though?
I think that's wrestling is her life, and these people would rather die than
she was hit by a car and went to wrestle. She was hit by a car and then wrestled.
Because she loves it.
That's all she does. And, Britt Baker was like, "Hey,
wrestling, dude.
This isn't your house."
She wouldn't. I don't think she would wrestle if she couldn't do what she wants to do.
Britt Baker was like, "This isn't your house. Like you were basically, she should have said diva there. I think if she had said diva, that would have been like, yo, I'm been wrestling here while you were still being a diva. And Britt Baker kind of like shredded her. And then like Saraya came back and like did some good stuff. But then she was like, look what I did for everybody. I don't know. What about Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose?
Oh, Jesus.
Jade gets her belt back.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope she fucking doesn't, dude.
You tired of it?
I'm so tired of her.
I
think at least Nyla Rose is like funny, and she's more entertaining than Jade Cargill to me.
I like Jade.
Hate her. Jamie, hate her.
What do you think about the foursome for the ROH World Title? Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho, Claudio, and Sammy.
I think that'll be a sick match to see.
I think we're finally gonna see Jericho and Sammy go at it. Like it's gonna be the bump into you. No, and then I think Jericho's gonna get the pinfall on Sammy.
You think Sammy's gonna help him the whole time too?
Yeah.
Jericho's going to turn on him.
I love that. I kind of love that. And then it will be Sammy versus Jericho for the belt.
At the pay-per-view.
I'll tell you what, the correct match to do at this pay-per-view is Claudio versus Jericho and have Claudio finally win. To me, that's the
I can see it going, Sean, like what Sean said with Sammy, though.
Yeah, they play with that, make it super dramatic.
The right thing for them to do will be what Pat said, to have Claudio go into Death Before Dishonor versus Jericho to win back the belt. Like, he lost it on a big stage.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. No, so you're right, because I wasn't thinking about Death Before Dishonor. But you're right. This is just a setup for that. Yeah. So this will be then Claudio versus Jericho at
Death Before Dishonor in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Then that's where we're gonna have Joe and Wardlow and
God. Now I gotta think about Ring of Honor
You know which match I'm excited to see?
Tell me.
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh God.
Jay Lethal versus Stang and Darby Allin.
Yo, I kind of am too.
Hopefully Sting gets hurt.
You had to see that?
I kind of still just have a glow on me from the Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal beating up Ric Flair in the parking lot promo. So when I see them on the flyer, I kind of think about that. Then it's like Sting's in the match. Like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But, they've set it up for like 2 weeks. And, I wish this is like something, once again, that should have more time leading into it.
I think it's going to be a very brutal match.
Yo, and let me tell you. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but did they have a shot? Okay, tomorrow night, they need to have a shot of Jeff Jarrett hitting somebody in the head with the guitar who's not Darby Allin, and Sting being just up in the rafters looking at Jeff Jarrett. Classic Sting, just looking at him. That'd be dope. And, listen, I know because we live in a terrible time, you want to stand Darby Allin next to Sting, fine. But I'm just saying, I'm kind of into that. You can't stand who?
Can't stand Darby Allin and Sting.
What about Jeff Jarrett?
Who cares?
Brian, come on, man.
Think about it real quick. Think about Darby getting smashed in the head with a guitar, right? And then Jay Lethal working Sting.
Dude, Sting and fucking Darby Allin have been partners for way too long. It's like so stupid. What is even the point? Like, why are they even partners?
They're best friends.
They're best friends.
It's like Ghost Rider.
He's supposed to be an emo boy. He doesn't have any friends. He's supposed to be like a lonely boy, and Sting's supposed to be a lonely man.
I never heard anything more wrong in my life. What about?
I think it's completely terrible.
What about the boringest match in all of life? The match that should have been one match. The third in the trilogy of the Acclaimed and Swerve in our G-hole.
Oh, Jesus.
Hopefully they can get the moves right this time. Because what we saw at the Billie Jean Center in Queens was not a match
No,
Was so
fucked-
big mess.
It
Not
was a
great.
good match at first, and then it like went downhill at a point.
That match was the drizzling kakis.
Kakitos.
Yeah, I'm not very excited for this pay-per-view, honestly.
Who do you think's
I'm
going
not,
to
like,
win
hyped
the
for it.
World Title Eliminator Tournament? I don't even know who's in the Final Four. I know it's Ethan Page, Bandito or Roosh. Who won that?
Bandito won.
And what about Ricky Starks, Lance Archer? Do you know who won that?
Ugh. It's all terrible choices.
That's the
I
battle
think
of the guys who broke their necks.
I think they're gonna go Ethan Page. I think it's gonna be a fresh face. I think it's gonna be a face from a faction. Well, excuse me, the firm, and that's where they're gonna go moving forward. We're seeing Stokely with his group, like really in the light.
And then potentially it would be
Why not
Ethan
put-
Page versus MJF.
Say it again.
And then potentially it would be MJF versus Ethan Page.
Exactly. So keep that person in the light while also bringing another one from that group there.
I don't
They're
know.
trying to make them the dominant force. You remember before it was FTR, Sean Spears, and whoever.
The Pinnacle.
The Pinnacle, right?
Mhm.
They swap it around. They find another group. Then it was the JAS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they're bouncing. So now I see the firm.
The firm
be that
sucks.
top faction in AEW very, very soon.
I think you're right. I think it's so obvious that it's Ethan Page. I don't know if Ricky Starks beat Lance Archer,
That would be fucking cool if he did.
but I think I could see. I would like to see Starks and Page. You know, they just decide to push somebody, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna win the tournament." So it's Ethan Page, whatever. I think that makes sense. Ethan Page versus MJF. The
Who
firm
fucking cares?
storyline continues. It's just like kind of a little too easy. I don't know. Are we gonna go? This thing is like not even half sold out. Apparently,
It's not.
you want to go?
Holy shit! I can't. That's like awful.
It's gonna
not
be
even-
cold.
Are you excited? Are you excited for it? It's gonna be very cold, actually.
You know, I would be excited to watch it from the comfort of my own home. I'm kind of less excited to go than I
That's
was when we
outside.
first started thinking about it, because now it's like cold. I've gotten a taste of the chills this week.
And you're not even gonna. Yeah, I think that's like a bad idea to go.
Wow. I mean, Sean went to XPW, so he doesn't.
But he
even
was
know.
inside. If you were gonna go inside to AEW, then I would be all about it. Because I can't go either fucking way.
You know what, Brian? You need to start coming.
I try to come all the time, but as you get
Well,
older, it's hard to
honest-
come in multiple ways.
People ask
Gross.
for them. They see me, they're like, where's the other guys?
Ugh,
Where's Begins? Where's Big
just
Daddy?
fucking
Pat?
working, man.
Where's Bad Take Bry?
Working man.
See, that's why I have to come with you on Saturday, Sean, because it's like, I watched the Weird Al movie. I can't have as bad of an attendance record as Brian. I'm going to have to get out there with the people. I'm going to have to get out there.
Come on,
It's
Brian.
the most important part, honestly. Just getting out there.
Yo, so how about you make it to the next chains next month? Where they have their like New York Giants logo.
I'm gonna be honest. The next time I'm able to go is probably gonna be January when I have like sick days.
Brian wasted all his sick days on Elden Ring.
I totally did.
Let's go.
So they
Hey,
make
you're
this
almost
pack-
there, dude.
they
It's
will
almost
make
the end of the
that
year, dude.
Colorado in December. I think
It
that
was so worth it, dude. Elden Ring is the best shit ever.
Brian, you did it, man. And hey, you know what? It's November. It's the middle of November. You're almost done.
I'm almost done, dude.
Your sick days are almost refreshed, dude. You got it, dude.
You'll be there soon.
And Elden Ring's gonna put out the DLC.
Final
maybe,
thought.
maybe we could do the Rumble. We'll take a nice little trip, family trip, cross country.
Where is it? Cali?
San Antonio.
Ugh,
Oh, I love a nice San Antonio.
it's probably so nice.
Come on, let's go.
In
No, we're
January?
gonna have to do a drinking game. We're gonna have to figure out a drinking game, and we can't do a
definitely have
drinking
to
game
do a
there
drinking
live
game.
at the stadium. That's for
Says
sure.
who?
We'd have to be outside because it's just too expensive, the beers. Oh my god.
No. We have to go. Like Pee
Where
Wee
did
Herman.
I go? I went to see the Silver Sun pickups at Webster Hall, and a freaking 24-ounce can of beer was $14, dude.
That makes me want to vomit.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's like disgusting.
But
Yeah,
that's how
Sean,
much
that's the
beer-
thing too,
Wasn't
dude.
that how much the beers were when we went to AEW?
Ugh.
I don't think
Like
I don't think it was
$1.
$14.50. But it might have been
That's
like
fire.
$9, $12 for like
It might
a
have been
regular
like
bottle.
10. I think it was like $10 for a beer.
Yikes. You know what? Wrestling, sports, Anheuser-Busch, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Well, that's why the chains are dope, because it's BYOB.
Brian, do you know who the women's world champion is in AEW?
Isn't it
3.
Tony Storm?
You
2.
got it. You got it. All right. Somebody just wanted to test you real quick in the chat. One of my sources.
I was on it.
Good job, Brian. Good job. All right, final thoughts. I'm ready to go eat some tacos, maybe pee, maybe hang out.
My final thought is that I really wish I was more excited for this Full Gear, and I'm really not.
Yeah, I'm a little worried too. And apparently the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are coming back. What are they going to do? I guess they're going to have a trios title. Oh, you know what? Might expect them tomorrow at the go home.
Oh, will they be? Do you think they'll get involved in the MJF? Oh, we'll see. I guess that if they come back, that would make it a little interesting. I guess.
I mean, in my opinion, either they come back tomorrow or they come back on Sunday and they challenge for the trios and they just win the trios.
So it's not
Illustrious
exciting.
return. Poor me. You know,
It's
just
gonna
go
suck.
for it. What about you,
I
Sean?
agree.
Listen, you know what it is with me. It's all love all day, every day.
Very positive guy, Brian. You should take a chapter out of Sean's book, dude.
Yo, you talk shit on Bray Wyatt all the time. Both
Whoa,
of you
whoa,
negative
whoa,
motherfuckers.
whoa, whoa,
Yo!
whoa, whoa,
Yo!
whoa.
What the hell's that about?
When you gonna pay?
You
When
guys,
suck
you
the
guys
money
are
out of my
negative.
ass.
Nancy's
Now get
over
the
there
fuck
with
out.
your Bray Wyatt hate.
Bray Wyatt
Love on
stinks,
this side,
dude.
Brian.
Right. So all I'm saying, you guys are negative about what you guys are negative about, and I am about
Bray
what I am.
Wyatt's kind of a little stinky.
Brian, take it easy.
Yeah, it's
He
probably.
might
Why don't
smell.
you calm down?
You know what? He might have good cologne.
I would buy a Bray Wyatt cologne.
The
What
Fiend.
would it be called?
We called the Fiend.
The Fiend?
Yeah.
Yo, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you. Follow Boulevard Bullies on all social media
Les
platforms. Please subscribe, like, hit the thumbs up. Hate to say it, but it helps. Comment your favorite quotes from the show. Yell at Brian for his terrible takes. Go to our merch store, boulevardbullies.bigcartel.com. And if you enter the code YouTube in all capital letters, you get free shipping. If you spend over $50, you get free shipping. But if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you also get free shipping. We got a bunch of stuff. You guys didn't buy anything at first, so you guilted me into dropping everything in price, $5. We got a whole bunch of fun times coming up. Sean and I probably going to go be filming outside of the Prudential Center. Meet us right outside of the huge aluminum hockey player. That's where the cool kids hang out. And we're going to be smoking weed. What else we got going on?
You guys are gonna need to start a little fire to keep your little pants warm.
Listen, if you're not following Pro Wrestling Junkie cards, please do. We got some cool drops going down. I got a Joey Janela dropping. We just announced Delirious. We got some cool ones. The year's not over yet. Brian, some of your favorites that you mentioned in your top little list there, they'll probably be in there too. So you
Don't try to sell and swindle Brian
He's trying to sell me. You saw
into
that?
your second brand.
stop it.
You know, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you only posted videos of the last match on your own personal Instagram, not on Bullies the
I
other
already
day.
posted them there.
Well, I don't know. Did we? Did we though? Did you go to another show of it? You know, it was the secondary show. You know, now he's promoting pro wrestling. And you know, by the way, I also said, hey, you know, listen, dude, I'm dying with these hats, dude. Could you post about it on Pro Wrestling Junkies? Yeah, sure. Nothing.
I told them.
Oh, he told him. Well.
We gotta get him on the show and ask him why he didn't post it up.
We're going to have to. Hey, you know what? And we were talking about possible guests next week. Or, I mean, on the end of the month. Well, you know.
It's in 2 weeks. Next week is Thanksgiving.
You know what, Sean? You better behave or else your birthday party, guess what? It's going to be shite, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure it's terrible.
Yeah, we're gonna ruin your birthday party if you don't fucking
Come on, boys.
straighten up and fly right, okay?
Goddamn tube.
Yeah. Pro Wrestling Junkie.
I'm
Better
pumped.
turn that hat backwards. I'm just kidding. Hey, hit that theme. Yeah, let's listen to this theme. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Follow Ringside Sean for all of his fucking side projects. And, be sure to follow Boulevard Bullies on all social media. 10% off for free shipping, whatever. Message us. Love you. Live for you. Until next time, next week. Boulevard Bullies. Bye, bye.
Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Boulevard.